USA versus Finland. What is going on, everybody? Game 2 of this Four Nations face-off going on today. We have the United States and Finland making their debuts. We had an absolute heater of a game between Canada and Sweden last night. Canada took it in overtime. Mitch Marner put it in the back of the net. Definitely one of those iconic games we'll look back at for years and years to come. Canada, the much better team, but Sweden took them the distance and almost upset them in overtime. So the current point status is Canada with 2 points, Finland with 1 point, and these two teams playing, Sweden with 1 point. These two teams tonight, Finland and USA with 0 points before the game. What's going on, Sawyer? How's it going? Let me know if you guys are in the chat. How's the quality of the stream so far? Audio-wise, visual-wise, game's still a little bit away. They're really cheesing with these start times, but it is going to be a fun one. Sawyer said, I'm going to dinner, start of the second period, so I can stay for a little bit. Good to hear, good to hear. See if this stream gets popping. Had a pretty solid stream the last go-around for the Canada game. We'll see if the Finnish viewers are big time or not. 5 o'clock in California. Yeah, that's one of the perks of being on the West Coast for sure. You get a couple more hours. Definitely a little bit jealous when there's some late night sports I stay up for, and then all of a sudden it's like 12 o'clock, 1 a.m., and you look on the West Coast and it's only late evening. So they're just doing some pregame stuff now. This game is an ESPN game, not a TNT game. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? We got a very star-studded United States team against a little bit of a weaker Finnish group. Finland's defense, I think, is going to be their main problem. Again, Sabres represented on Team Finland pretty well with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as the backup goalie and Henri Jokiharju rounding out their defensive core. So that pretty much sums up my point about their defense being their weak spot. Especially, you're putting the best of the best out here, and Henri Jokiharju's on your third pairing. Not the best, but again, we'll see what happens. I'm not too concerned for this Finnish team. We saw Sweden. They were definitely the weaker team last night, and they were able to hang in the game. Again, you got to play a little bit different style of hockey when you're down, and I think Sweden had great in-game adjustments. Again, as a Sabres fan, I would have liked to see a little bit more Rasmus Dahlin, especially in that overtime period. I know a lot of Sweden fans also agreed on X and other social media platforms. Finland's offense is solid, though. It is. Yeah, Finland has a very solid offensive group. It's just their defense that concerns me. Goaltending's pretty good, too. JGH Raid sending love. Go USA. Thank you guys for joining this one. Yager Gator, how's it going? Thanks for the raid. Just firing up here. Excited for this one. Definitely, as a USA fan, I got to be excited about this one. How's it going, Yager, in the chat? Thanks for the raid. We know who you guys think is going to win this game. We also have a poll going as well. Start a USA chant. Yeah, start the USA chants in the comments for sure. But yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Again, Team USA highlighted by Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel, of course, as well. Huge fan of Todd Bertuzzi. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at the lineups here. I'll bring up the key players for both teams here. Whole lot of sports on today, but this is the highlight for hockey fans, of course. Got the 2 games on a Saturday. 2 games Monday, and then Thursday will be the championship. So let's take a look at this Finnish team first. Like many people have mentioned, their forward group is pretty solid. Sebastian Aho, Alexander Barkov, Eric Holla, Mikael Granlund, Capo Caco, who has really turned it up with Seattle after a slumbering start with the Rangers. Patrick Laine, another guy who has that ability to really turn up his game. Lehkonen, Mikko Rantanen, and Tuvo Teravainen round that out. But we go to the defense, and the defense is really where things change a little bit here. The defense is pretty weak. Olli Mata, but other than that, not a great defensive core. And then Saros and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Kevin Lankinen as well in net. We go to Team USA, and I mean, this is by far the second best in the tournament. Matt Boldy, Kyle Connor, Jack Eichel, Jake Gunsel, Jack Hughes, Chris Kreider, who shouldn't be in it. Of course, the Sabres fan. Love to see Tage Thompson in it. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Dylan Larkin, Austin Matthews, JT Miller recently traded. We'll see how he performs in this one. Elias Pettersson didn't have the best of games, so we'll see how his companion, JT Miller, fares in this one. Brock Nelson, another question mark on this team. Matthew Tkachuk and Vincent Trocheck, as well as Brady Tkachuk. Chat, let's see what we got here. Where are the LA Kings in this year's standings? I know the Kings, I mean, the Sabres started the season against the Kings, and it did not go well for the Sabres. Kings are currently third in the Pacific, though, so you got to give them credit. They've certainly played solid, and I don't think a lot of people expected them to be a top team in the league. Yeah, Brock Nelson certainly looking like he's 50 years old. I mean, that picture looked like it was straight off an OPG card from the 1970s. The DPRK was in the Four Nations. Do you think they would win every game? DPRK. I'm gonna have to look that one up. North Korea. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. I don't think they'd win a single game. Just, you know, the lack of talent on that squad would probably cause them to lose some games. But I do think if you added a few teams, which they're going to do in the future, Russia certainly has a very solid roster. And I saw some people posting some projected Russian lines if they were in this tournament, and they certainly could hang with the best of the best. Looking at the USA defenders, though, Brock Faber, Adam Fox, Noah Hannafin, Charlie McAvoy, Jake Sanderson, Jacob Slavin, and Zach Werenski. Goaltenders, Connor Hellebuyck starting tonight. They also have Jake Ottinger and Jeremy Swayman. Very solid goaltending. So also another delayed start tonight, so I don't know if they're going to do another pregame ceremony like they did the last game. But yeah, they do have this game on ESPN. PK Subban right now analyzing the game, talking about the last game in this tournament with Sweden and Canada. And again, we were live streaming that game. It was quite the fun one for sure. Still a ton of time left until this game starts. Unfortunately, ESPN certainly cheesing with their start time. Still 18 minutes till puck drop. No, a lot of people are betting for Team USA tonight. The betting odds have shifted around a little bit, but USA still heavily favored in this one. And again, I'll continue to harp on it. I think the Finnish defense group is the reason why. I think that is the weak spot of every single team. Yeah, still 18 minutes. I don't know exactly why. I'm assuming if I had to guess, it would be another pregame ceremony like they did last night, where they bring out some stars like Mario Lemieux and all them. They bring them out on the ice. Be interested to see how the crowd looks. This is the first game of this tournament where there's no home team really. I think Finland is listed as the home team, but there's no home team, obviously, because the game is in Canada. You could say it's probably an anti-USA crowd with everything going on in the world right now. Canadians, especially along the coastline or borderline, are not too enthused with the United States. So maybe you do have an anti-USA crowd that could transition into a pro Finland crowd tonight. I don't know. We'll have to listen to the boos and cheers as the players get introduced, but we're still a little ways away from that. And now they are mentioning on the broadcast about potentially a little bit of discombobulation with the Team USA squad. Again, a lot of these guys haven't played together as a group just because these guys have not been in the Olympics together. Of course, the NHL has not had NHL level players be sent to the Olympics. That will change the next go around, which is, very exciting because let me tell you, watching Olympic hockey without NHL players was a very frustrating thing to do. Again, it's tough to watch hockey when you're best of the best is supposed to be in the Olympics, and you got Brian Giunta centering a first line, post-retired for Team USA. It's just, it can't happen, and it's no longer going to happen, which is good. Our Olympic hockey is finally back. As someone who's a big hockey fan, the Winter Olympics were tough. Who's your NHL team? It is the Sabres. We got the old school crest logo on tonight. Always rotating the jerseys, but yeah, we're always repping the Sabres here. It's an unfortunate lifestyle for sure, but we do have the Bills and the Bandits, so the Sabres can continue to be our weak spot for a little bit. Hopefully that does change in the future. Of course, the Sabres are one of those teams that just everything goes wrong every single year, but maybe that'll change in the future. I mean, Mitch Marner, we saw him play very well last night. Maybe he ends up being the next Buffalo Sabre in free agency. Just got to get a competent GM. Maybe that's the case. Confirm says Vegas born. I mean, I can't support a Vegas fan just because of, a little tension between the Eichel trade. I feel like Vegas and the Sabres had a nice little rivalry there for a little bit, but Vegas certainly knows how to get the crowd going. I love their pregame stuff. I love their presentation. I think they did a great job as a newer team coming into the league. And of course, they benefited quite a bit from getting those players in the expansion draft, something Seattle didn't do as well, but they still jumped some teams in the expansion draft, especially the Sabres, who continue to look like garbage. Yeah, definitely a Sabres fan. Guess which state I'm from based on my NHL team, Vegas. I mean, the obvious guess would be Las Vegas, but I'm gonna go opposite here. I'm gonna say you're somewhere on the East Coast. Say either New York or Florida. USA has superior goaltending. Yes, they do. Again, Saros not having the best of years. Again, he's been kind of benched for Annunen a little bit with Nashville, Kentucky. Okay, so towards the middle of the country, but more towards the east, I guess. Sabres are the Cleveland Browns of hockey. That hate to say that's true, but it is. And then, Hallebuck's been good this year. Ottinger, Swayman. I think USA in total has the best goaltending, but if Saros is on, if they put UPL in for a game and he's on, it could be pretty equal, right? I mean, you got three really good goalies for USA, but it doesn't matter when only one plays each game. So I think overall, certainly they have better goaltending, but in a game-to-game basis, it might not matter. So we are still a little bit away from the game. Would we say the Maple Leafs are the Cowboys of hockey? I mean, it's a pretty solid analogy. The Maple Leafs continue to field solid rosters, but they just can't get over the hump in the playoffs. The Cowboys, on the other hand, can't seem to make the playoffs. So I don't know. I guess you could say that, though, kind of the prize pupil team that just, hasn't been good in so long. I mean, I think that's the closest analogy you can get. Players now in the tunnel, getting ready to come out here for a little bit of a pre-skate, and then we'll get going here with the anthems. Crowd looks a little more sparse than last night. Whole lot of blue. Can't tell from that angle if it's Finnish blue or American blue. But I think we assumed a little bit more sparse of a crowd. Ticket prices for this event was kind of crazy. Which, kind of stinks, but also the games are in Montreal and Boston. I think both games will probably be sellouts. Ice should melt and become water polo. The USA's got a pretty solid water polo team, as we saw in the Olympics, the Summer Olympics, couple of years back. See what we got here. USA is close to maple syrup country, so probably more USA fans. Yeah, I mean, again, USA is closer. That's what I mentioned last time on stream too. That's the big disadvantage for these European teams. They don't really have home games in this tournament. So Saros will be the Finland goalie to start this game. Coyote, welcome to the chat. Always great seeing you. Besides beer, best thing to grab at the snack bar for a hockey game. Personally, I go to a lot of Sabres games. I got to say the concessions at the Sabres games are not the greatest. So I usually skimp out. I don't spend money because they're overpriced. And I'll eat before and after the game. On the way back, we'll stop and get something usually if I'm going with people. But if I was at a Sabres game and I had to get something, I think I'd, Smooth Gaming says nachos. Yeah, the Sabres do have a foot-long nacho thing. That's one of their things. Usually just like a slice of pizza, though, I'll go with at a hockey game. Yeah, definitely a potential thing there. Of course, the Canadian crowd going to be probably anti-USA today, as you could imagine. So we'll see. We'll see how that affects the game. And this tournament's coming at a very funny time in politics. Have a good one, Cujo. But yeah, I think USA's got this one in the bag. This should be their easiest game of the tournament, although it is the first game for both these teams, so you never know. We'll see how the chemistry is. Again, the USA will play it next on Saturday night against Canada. That'll be the marquee game of this tournament. Of course, that day also has Sweden and Finland, which will be the marquee matchup for those two teams. Then on Monday, USA rounds out their tournament against Sweden. Again, I think Canada has the most stacked roster, but head-to-head, both of these teams between USA and Canada have just an equal chance. I think both teams are good enough to the point where it really doesn't matter who has the slight edge. I think it's just going to be a game of bounces. Whoever gets the most puck luck is going to win those games. Definitely a back and forth affair when those two teams played. I was very surprised with the amount of physicality there was in last night's game between Canada and Sweden. Of course, Dahlin wrecked Connor McDavid to the ice early in that one, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. A couple more big hits later in the game. All right, RFK, have a good one. See you back here in a little bit. So back to commercial here, and then we'll get close to going. And this United States team, I mean, they got something to prove, right? All these teams have something to prove. We haven't had a best on best tournament since 2016. So that's almost 10 years ago, which is crazy. I remember watching the Team North America and all that, and that's crazy that it was like 9 years ago. Coyote says, I remember as a kid 30 years ago at the old Odd, they sold shelled peanuts. The stands were a mess. Yeah, it's always one of the worst things, right? If you go to like a baseball game, there's peanuts everywhere and all that sort of stuff. If anyone's allergic to peanuts too, that's a definite red flag there. Luckily for me, I'm not. So like if I go out of town to a baseball game, an MLB game, I don't got to really avoid it, but it is certainly a mess. And I do not envy those janitors that have to clean that up every game at MLB games. And you can only imagine an indoor one too. The aroma stays in there too. But yeah, the KBC in Buffalo is always a mess though. There's always problems with that arena. So I'm sure we can sure everyone who's been there in the chat can name something crazy they've seen there, whether it's the roof leaking or a seat with a wooden board as a armrest. I've seen pictures of those, which I don't know how they get away with it, but they do. The scoreboard's finally fixed, changed it, but last year and many years before, they had one of the smallest scoreboards in the league with a couple panels out on each side so no one could see what was going on. If you go to any concerts, events, wrestling events, the audio is always messed up. It's a nightmare. But the Bills are getting a new stadium. So here in Buffalo, we're upgrading slowly but surely. So now players are on the ice as we return from commercial break. It looks like they are going to do a little more of a ceremony here, and then they'll hit the anthems. Then we'll get going for puck drop. Of course, the PA announcer is speaking French because we are in Montreal. So I'll do my best to translate as an English and Spanish knower. I'm not too keen with French, but so now they're going to do the starting lineup announcements. Let's hear the boos. Mike Sullivan, some boos, definitely Canadian crowd, I'd say. Jack Hughes, mixed reaction, some cheers, some boos. It's tough to make it out. Austin Matthews, heavy boos, as you can imagine, Montreal. Zach Werenski, mixed reaction. Jake Gunsel got some cheers. I wouldn't say there was much boos there. Charlie McAvoy gets some boos again, a division rival in Montreal. Halbuck mixed reaction as well. Yeah, Coyote, you bring up the good point. I mean, again, this tournament comes in a funny time, right? So Finland coach getting announced now. Some cheers. Nico Nikola gets announced now. Lindell. Lackinen gets big cheers. Barkov gets big cheers as well. So it looks like it's an anti-USA crowd tonight, I'd say. Not pro-Finland in any way, but Rantanen, pretty silent for him. And they announced Teravainen and showed the goaltender. And now Saros gets announced. So a little bit of a misstep there from the camera crew. Crowd filling out quite a bit, though. It looks near a sellout yet again. We have anthems coming up and then puck drop. Oh, they're showing Patrick Laine now on the crowd, of course, the Montreal Canadien. It looks like they have country music star Hardy partnering with country music star Jelly Roll for these anthems. So starting off with the Finland one. They're saying over the PA, respect the anthems and the national anthems and the players for each country. So maybe we had some disrespect going down last night. I don't know. Oh, they're actually doing the United States anthem first. So we got Hardy and Jelly Roll now belting out the anthems. Yeah, I'm not hearing any boos over the United States anthem, so people must have taken the PA announcer seriously there. Kind of hear the crowd singing along too, so there must be a solid United States crowd there. But it's definitely, if I had to guess, it's mostly people from the Montreal area. Again, you're not going to have a lot of people flying in for this event for one game or two games from Finland. So you have the small amount of Finnish natives living in Montreal at this game or around there. Some American fans that drove or live in Montreal, and then, of course, the general public. So a couple boos after the anthem, but nothing during. So now the Finnish anthem, and then we can finally get underway here. So it looks like Hardy's leaving now, and Jelly Roll is staying out to do the Finland anthem. Crowd is singing along a little bit more. Yeah, I can't get too political on here. I'd love to do a political podcast, but I feel like, it's just not a smart idea in this day and age to, I could host something and, have the, some differing opinions go at it while I stay neutral, but definitely not good to give any opinions in this day and age online. So they keep playing this commercial before the game. It's the Saros one where O'Reilly's asked him if he's got any goals, and he says no goals. So I'm sure that'll get memed a lot if the U.S. is able to put up some numbers on them. But Jelly Roll has concluded the Finland national anthem, and we are ready for puck drop after 21 minutes of pregame. Starting goaltenders, Connor Alabuk for USA this season, 34-7-2, 2.06 goals on average against 925 save percentage, pretty solid numbers, and 6 shutouts. He leads the NHL in wins, goals against an average save percentage, and shutouts. Best goalie in the league so far this season. Cervelli says they were booing it during the U.S. anthem. Yeah, over the broadcast, you couldn't really hear it. So I wonder if they muted that. Saros, 11, 23, and 6 this season, but Nashville's just been really bad. 4 shutouts, though, so he's tied his career high in that. 8.98 save percentage. Matthews line out there to start for Team USA again. Strange to root for Austin Matthews, but got to do what we got to do. Finland wins the draw, goes behind the American net. Wes McCauley's got a camera, it looks like. Jack Hughes already with some speed, but he loses the puck, and Finland able to regain control behind the net. And an early offsides on Finland. So it's interesting to see the ESPN graphics as compared to TNT. A little bit different. Would be nice to have a little thing that says who's on the ice. I liked how TNT did that a little bit easier for me to announce to you guys. Of course, from the TV angle, it is a little bit harder to see the numbers as opposed to the PA box or the press box where you can clearly see the numbers from the overhead angle. I think Henry Jokiharju's on the ice, so all eyes will go to him. What do you guys think in the chat? What's your prediction? Score predictions in the chat. I got USA winning this one 4-2, I'll say. USA wins the draw there. They'll slap it in. Cool, big hit there from Matthew Tkachuk in the corner. Eichel keeps it in. And now Finland goes off sides there at the line with 19:09 to go. Take another look at that hit on Mantha there. And poof, big hit there, sent him to the ground on the replay. And that's something this United States team has a lot of physicality. You got both Kachucks. I mean, might be the most annoying team in the tournament. Dribbler goes right on net, and Saros will have his first save. And now all of a sudden we got some shoving. JT Miller getting into it with the Kachuk brothers as well. Boldy. Matt and Paolo for Finland and Granlund getting into it, but now everyone gets separated. So already more physical than the last game. And last game did get physical throughout it, but this one right off the bat, JT Miller got it started, and of course, Brady Kachuk gets involved. JT Miller wins the face-off, but it exits the zone. Hannafin gets it up behind the Finnish net. Nice hit by Kachuk. But Finland frees it up. Lundell, but he quickly turns it over, and it's back to Hannafin. To Faber. Faber, cross mid-ice. He'll slap it in past the red line, so no icing. Big hit again, and Finland will have to clear it all the way down. And that'll be an icing with 18:30 to go. So highlighting Mike Sullivan again, winningest coach in Penguins history. Assistant coaches are John Hines, John Tortorella, and David Quinn. GM for Team USA is Bill Guerin. Tom Fitzgerald, Chris Drury, and Bill Zito are the assistant general managers. Hilarious to see our boy Drury there. There's a quick shot, saved by Saros, deflected into the corner, and Finland will regroup behind their net. Teravainen slaps it the rest of the way down the ice. Trocheck will play it behind his own net. And ESPN's got some wild camera angle right now. I can't really see what's going on. Now they finally switched it. Lundell to Mikkola, turns it over to Matthews. Matthews has it. He's got some space. Matthews back to the blue line. Nice pass down low in front. That one just misses. Jansel, and now Finland back the other way, 2-on-2. They'll do a little dump and chase there. Good hit by Slavin, and now Matthews with some speed brings it to center ice, across the blue line. To Hughes. Hughes takes a shot. That one deflected right over the net. Matthews bats it down behind. Good job by Armia, but he turns it over back to the point. Oh, a tip. We got a delayed penalty coming up. And Finland touches up, so the United States will go to the power play early on here. We saw this last game with Canada. Make us proud, Yogi. Yep. How's it going, Cheese? Feed is behind. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit behind between YouTube and me having to stream this game on the laptop here down here. It'll be a little bit behind if you're watching at home. You might just have to pause if you want to sync up for a little bit. You watch the Bandits? I do. Bandits play Friday against Toronto. That'll be a fun one. Again, Bandits the only undefeated team. USA hitting everything. Why can't the Sabres play like this? I completely agree, right? This is what we want to see. And this United States team has a lot of physicality, and that's something they can definitely use against Canada when they play them. If that ends up being the final, that's, they might have a little less talent, but their physicality certainly is better. So Adam Fox off the draw, slaps it behind the net to Matthews. Matthews gets it back to him. Long shot gets blocked. Down low to Eichel. Eichel to Fox, back to Eichel. Back to Fox. Up top to Matthews, back to Fox. To Eichel. Again, Eichel quarterbacks that Vegas Golden Knights power play that's just incredible this year. Matthews now. Down low, Matthew Tkachuk couldn't handle it. Jake Gunsel couldn't handle it either, and Finland is able to clear. They'll get some guys off the ice for a change. Eichel tries to do a cross creaser there, but that's going to go off sides. So 116 to go in the power play. Still plenty of time for this United States group, but doesn't look as electric as that Canadian power play looked yesterday to start the game. Can't expect it to be, though, either. So now the second unit is out there again, just almost as good as the first unit. Very stacked team here. But Finland does a good job there. That's Lundqvist, or Lundell. Lundell slaps it all the way down the ice. Hallebuck will have to play that one. Zach Werenski now. Now Jack Hughes. Hughes. He turns it over, and it's loose in front of the Finland net. Luosterainen to Mantha, and Mantha slaps it down the ice. And Werenski has to touch up again behind his own net. So good job from this Finnish penalty kill so far. Werenski now brings it across the line, and they're going to say it went offsides. 31 seconds to go at the whistle for the power play. So it looks like ESPN actually listened to me here. They have a ticker on the bottom that shows everyone on the ice. So I asked for it and I received it. Very nicely done there from ESPN. I can see if you're watching the game, it might be a little bit distracting, but helps me out a little bit here. Fox down low to Matthews, the first unit back out there for Team USA. Matthews plays in the corner for himself. It's a down low to Eichel, but he turns it over, and Finland clears the zone again. 10 seconds left in this power play. It looks like they're going to get the kill. Fox up top. Eichel cross crease. That one would have been offsides, and now the penalty officially ends. USA trying to get a change here. Fox kind of panicking by his own end. He clears it all the way down. It will not be an icing, though, because Yoki Haru played it. And the Sabres get mentioned with the Yoki Haru touch of the puck. You love to see it. Rantanen now finds an empty corner. There's a slap shot that goes wide by Lehkonen. Barkov back to the point. There's a shot blocker save by Hallebuck. Barkov in the corner. Back to the point. Slides it down low. It looks like Finland definitely has some momentum after that penalty kill. We often see that in the NHL, translating into this international play. Mikko Rantanen in the corner, taking on two members of Team USA. Finland still has the puck behind the net. A relentless line right now for Finland. Back to the point here. Yoki Haru at the point. He looks. He's going to pass it behind the net. A crafty play, but that pass goes awry, and the United States are able to clear the zone. And now they'll get that group off the ice on a change. Yoki Haru now in front of his own net, looking for the outlet pass. He's just going to play it ahead. Now he's going to have to chase after it himself before going to the bench. That goes all the way back into the United States on Werenski there. Nice cross-crease pass. Try to get up to Brock Nelson, but couldn't reach it there. Now it's turned over in front of the net. There's a shot. Oh, off the crossbar, it looked like. Back to the point again. Deflected on net. It's still loose. So Nelson, a couple good chances there, but Finland able to clear the zone. Turned over, though, and here comes the United States again back in the zone. That one goes into the Finnish bench, though. So we will have a whistle there with 13:32. Taking a replay there, Brock Nelson with a wrist shot, and yep, right. Oh, it looked like right off the crossbar there, yep. So we'll head to commercial break, 0-0. So what do you guys think so far of this one? It's certainly a more physical game right off the bat than we had. So that's good. The trend is continuing. It's getting more and more physical. Again, these are meaningful games, unlike an all-star game that we'd have in previous years where guys are just trying to do trick shots out there and all that. I think the United States looked like the better team, but after that penalty got killed off, Finland definitely had some momentum, and they ended up getting some shots there. Again, shots are 3-2. Yeah, definitely a bunch of tricksters out there. What's this? So more commercials, though. Again, these nationally televised games love their commercials. So we'll be getting our fair share of commercials. But the United States just got to get more shots on net. Again, that Finnish group, when you get towards the bottom of the lineup, they're a little bit weaker. So you should be able to take advantage of that. Yeah, Finns will bend, but they won't break. Exactly. You gotta get some goals here, but I think they're gonna be a lot like Sweden was last night, where even if they get down in this game, they can fight back and they're at least keep it competitive. That's why I predicted 4-2. I don't think it's gonna be a runaway by any means. But I do think Finland is the weakest team in this tournament. I don't think they're gonna have a win. But you never know. Again, they could shock people. They're talking about the Kachuk brothers getting to play together. Of course, that is pretty cool. Showing some other brothers, Hatchers, the Brotons, the Mullins, the Bennetts, back for Team USA. But back from break here, getting ready for the face-off. Face-off's going to be right outside the Finnish blue line. With 13:32, we're just getting ready. They've adjusted the shots to 4-1 now, so it was 3-2. Now it's 4-1. Finland wins the face-off. It's another thing we got to look for, face-off percentages. Again, you got probably a lot of good face-off personnel on each of these teams, but we'll have to keep an eye on that because that's make or break. Fox now back in his own end, slides it over to Slavin. Up top now, Matthews in the corner. Matthews boxing out the puck, looking for a passing lane. He finds Slavin. Slavin shot to the net. It gets tipped, and a good save there by Saros. Jake Guntzel had a nice deflection there, but Saros was able to stay on top of it. USA still hounding it inside the zone. Rantanen slides it up. That gets to the blue line. But they lose the puck right away, and Hughes is able to get it for USA. He'll slide it across to Slavin. Slavin to the red line. He's going to do a little dump and chase for Team USA. Saros can't handle it behind the net. Now we got pushing and shoving in the corner in a reckless pass, but it's going to break out Finland on the 3-on-2. Slowly up. There's the deflection. They score! Who else but Henry Jokiharju to get the first goal of this game? Cannot make it up. Cannot make it up. Unreal. Yeah, put the LOLs in the chat. Thanks for joining, Sawyer. Unbelievable. You cannot make it up. Henry Jokiharju after having, yep, definitely his goal too. Just a flubber that beats Hellebuyck, and Finland goes up 1-0. I don't have much to say about that one. Congratulations, Henry Jokiharju. Finland wins the face-off, and we'll see if this barrage continues. Hellebuyck makes a nice save there, but Finland right back in the zone. There's a shot. Hellebuyck struggling so far, huh? So Finland at center ice now. They enter the zone yet again, 3-on-3. It's a good defensive play there, though, and USA is going to be able to break it out. Nelson to the blue line, but Finland gets the puck back. Line A to Lindell. Lindell deep in the zone. Yoki has matched his season high in goals. He has in the first 10 minutes of this game, huh? So now the United States, Matthews turns it over, but he's able to get it right back in the corner. Dangerous turnover. Almost turns it over again, but he gets it to Hughes, and Hughes has some space. Hughes to Matthews, and the throw right off the post, I think. Oh, the second post of the game for Team USA. Now they're going to call a hand pass. Whew. Matthews to Hughes is going to be a fun combo this tournament, but Finland up 1-0 here. Taking another look at the goal here. Whew. He just can't make it up. If I had to pick one person in this tournament that wouldn't score, it would probably be Henry Jokiharju. So deflected off Kyle Connor's stick on that one. So right off the face-off, we have a whistle. So not much going on off that face-off. Shots are now 5-4 in favor of the United States. They keep switching it. Finland wins the face-off, and they will clear the zone. Kyle Connor now. Loves it down for Eichel. To Werenski, back to Connor. Gets turned over, but USA deep in the Finland end again. Eichel puts a check down below on Montipalo. Big hit there. McAvoy falls to the ice, and now, Hallebuck has to cover up there. So have another whistle with 9:54 to go. So we're going to go to commercial there. Henry Jokiharju puts Finland up 1-0 at the break. Good to see that Sabres helmet decal get represented well tonight. So all of a sudden, the USA, they got some work to do. Again, conflicted, obviously rooting for Jokiharju as a Sabres fan, and UPL, but UPL not playing tonight as the backup goaltender. But as a member of the United States of America, I got to root for the country as well. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. What do you guys think of this game so far? It's been a fun one. I think it's a little more fun than the last game to start. I think we have two teams playing a little more free. I know Sweden really pumped the brakes a little bit for the first little bit of the game last night. They didn't get a shot till I think like 6 minutes left in the first period. Obviously, they improved throughout the game, but I think as far as a start, this game has been a little bit better. But we are at a commercial break now. Massive moment for Finland to get a goal and potentially a tournament-changing goal again. As you know, going into this tournament, they were definitely the worst team, but if they get a win here tonight, that could completely change everything. Especially with both teams last night not getting the full 3 points. If Finland is able to get 3 points, they're a win away from potentially going to the championship. Mackie says, "What a goal!" Yeah, that was quite the goal, huh, from Yoki. What did I think of Dahlin's performance last night? I thought he looked a little bit nervous, a little bit shaky. Keep in mind, he has not played big games in his career, right? As a Sabres player, 7th year, he hasn't made the playoffs. So I thought he looked a little bit shaky to start. Then he got that hit on McDavid, and all of a sudden, he started to play a little bit better. I wish he would have got more ice time. Should have at least got a shift or two in overtime. What a joke that was. So I think he's being underutilized, and I think he should definitely play a little bit more, especially against Finland in their next game. And hopefully he can get some points in this tournament, because I think Dahlin is probably the second or best defenseman on that team. The fact he's not being used as that, got the second least minutes or playing time, I should say, of all the defensemen on that team. So that cannot happen. USA wins the faceoff in their own end here as we are back to play. Good play by Boldy to get it up in the zone. Now it's down low, Boldy. In the middle, wide open, Kachuk. Oh, and it's in. They score! Brady Kachuk puts that one in. It wasn't completely over the line at first, but he got another nudge on it. And the United States have tied the game 1-1. Take a look at the replay here. And got a piece of it, and it bounced a little bit. Then it went in. A Finnish defender tried to save it like Dahlin did last night, but that to no avail. And Saros got caught way out of his net, and that was that. Shot 6-4, score 1-1. Both goalies look shaky. I would agree with that. Again, it's tough for these goalies, right? They're going against 4 stacked lines every single night. Puck goes all the way to Hellebuyck off the draw. He fake covering up. He throws it out to the corner. Fox is able to get it outside the zone. See how Finland responds here. Nikola tries to get it out, but Gunsel keeps it in. Here come the United States. Matthews to Gunsel. Tries to get it back to Matthews behind the net. Hughes tries to keep it in. And he's not able to. Rantanen bumps it out. Immediately loses the puck, though, and Hughes is going to circle back around center ice. Finland's getting a quick change here. Nice outlet to Kyle Connor. Connor in front of the net. He'll take a shot. That one deflects wide. Now Finland is able to backhand the puck all the way outside the zone. Going to say it's onside, so it goes behind the USA net. Line A. It's a touch on it. The crowd went crazy when he touched the puck. Obviously a pro Montreal crowd here. Kyle Connor at center ice gets it across the red line. He'll backhand it the rest of the way down. Yoki gets a touch on it. Up to Line A. Line A slaps it all the way down the ice. No icing there. As Faber got a piece of it, but Line A touches up again. He goes down. It's going to be a tripping penalty. That one's going to be no Hannafin, so Finland will get a crack at the power play with 8:16 to go here in the first. Of course, Wes McCauley, a very enthusiastic call there. But definitely a trip there. Good call. So we'll see what this Finnish power play can do. Of course, if you guys are new here, be sure to leave a like on the stream, currently at 12 likes. Also subscribe, helps us out a ton. If you guys are new here and enjoy streams, we stream a bunch of different sports. We'll be doing baseball, hockey, Sabres games, basketball games, playoff. Currently at 2,649, so we're already up a couple on the night. Good to see. United States get an easy clear off the opening draw here of the power play. Finland has to regroup in their own end. Already killed off 15 seconds here. Barkov behind his own net. Barkov, little drop pass reminiscent of that Sabres power play. Aho now to Rantanen, but it bounces outside. So good job from this penalty kill so far. Rantanen, he can't keep it in, and Finland having a tough time on this power play so far. USA goes off for a change. Barkov in his own end. Finland getting some new guys out there. Barkov slaps it in. Hellebuyck gets a stick on it, but not enough to get it outside the zone. Rantanen to Barkov to Aho. Back to Rantanen, Aho. Back to Barkov. Barkov looks for a lane. Shot by Line. No. That one bounces out of play. That looked like a patented Line A one-timer goal on the power play. Whole crowd thought it might have went in. Take a replay at this one. That one just went wide there. He had the far side open. Tough angle, though. So 52 seconds to go on this power play. Yeah, looked like a nice spot that he had against the Sabres. I think he had what, 2 power play goals identical from that wing there on the power play. So face-off gets blown dead. Gonna do a redo. JT Miller will now have to take the face-off for the United States. Granlund wins it, though. Back to Lundell, back to Granlund. To Lundell, he'll get a slapper, and that one's held on to by Saros. 46 seconds to go in the power play. .702 to go in the period. Have an Olympic ad there. It's good to see NHL players going back to the Olympics next year. So face off again in the United States end, won by Finland. Lindell at the line. Another shot. Oh, it's loose in front of the net. And oh, just missed. Another wide open net chance and oh, missed again. Now Granlund back to the point to Lindell. To Granlund, far boards, back to Lindell. They play a catch. Lindell tries to get it to the net, bounces to Granlund. He tries to get it in front, redirected to the far corner to Teravainen. Teravainen just missed 2 wide open chances previously. Granlund now behind the net, tries to get it back in front. Teravainen looks for a lane, a deflection by Granlund goes wide. Finland back to the point here to Teravainen. Down low, back to Teravainen in front, and the United States are able to clear it right out of the penalty box. Here comes Hanifin, a breakaway, backhand stuffed by Saros. Finland back the other way now, and they'll regroup. What a chance for the USA right off the penalty kill. Shots are 8 apiece now. Hala gets the puck deep for Finland. Now played to the near point. That's a slap shot that gets deflected wide. Hughes is on it for Team USA. Hughes is still after it behind the net, but Finland's going to be able to keep it in. Armia now behind the net, slides it in front. Back to the point. Held in by Matenpalo. Hughes now with the puck. He's got plenty of space now to get it out, and he's going to ice the puck, though, failing to find Gensel. So 5:12 to go and icing. Have a tired group of United States players out there against Finland. And Saturday, both games on ABC. Championship is unfortunately only on ESPN, so another failure by the NHL. But so the odds right now, USA plus 145, Finland plus 1,000. Rantanen, nice move at the blue line. He slides it across. Barkov unable to handle that cleanly, so he'll play it back to Jokiharju. He turns it over, and here comes the United States with speed. Connor and Eichel, they had a 2-on-1 chance, but Connor was a little slow. He gets it to Eichel, but that gets deflected up and out of play. Mackey says, go Finland, go. Hey, this should be a fun one. Finland certainly looks better than I thought they were going to as we head to a commercial break now. Laine was only good his first 2 years in the league. Ever since that, he has been a head case. Yeah, again, he's looked okay for Montreal. Yeah, certainly has the ability. He just hasn't been able to stay consistent, and that is unfortunate for a guy of Laine's talent. Of course, he was destined to be a superstar in his first couple of years in the league. Again, I remember when Jake McCabe lit him up at center ice against the Sabres the one game, and that started a line brawl. Something that the Sabres don't know how to do anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, commercial break here. You're cheering for Finland because you're Canadian, plus Saros goalie mask is a beaut. All the Finland goalie masks are sick. I saw Luukkonen's goalie mask. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he wore that for the Sabres all year long. Pretty cool goalie mask. But yeah, Finland definitely wins for best goalie masks. All 3 of them looked really cool. But yeah, if you are a Team Canada fan, you're hoping this game probably goes into overtime or Finland wins straight up. But an overtime game would ensure you're tied for first after the night. A regulation win would bump you down to second. And if you're a Sweden fan, you're probably rooting for this game to go to extras as well. Coyote says, "You hope we get to see UPL." I do too. Hopefully UPL gets a game in this tournament. Again, he's been a little shaky. Again, his last game in the NHL before this started was pretty rough against the Predators, so that isn't going for him. But if he had a good game against the Predators, maybe he ends up getting the nod. Graydon, how's it going in the chat? Again, if you guys are new here, leave a like and subscribe. It helps us out a ton. Thanks for doing the streams. Much appreciated. Better than the stream guys that don't care about the four nations. Four nations are legit. Yeah, I mean, I was excited to stream these. Obviously, as a Sabres fan, I do streams all the time of the Sabres, but they've been so just disheartening this year. I haven't got to stream a lot because just the lack of care for the team this year, and the team just it's almost a shame to watch the group of guys they put out there this year just foul and foul again, and it seems like they don't even try. So it is finally good to see some hockey that matters. Can't wait for playoff hockey. We'll be streaming hockey all season long, as well as some baseball this year. Do some football as well here, and we'll get into some playoff basketball as well, because basketball's been pretty interesting after the trade deadline. Yeah, Yoki Haru getting a goal. Yeah, Yoki Haru getting a goal was not on my bingo card, that is for sure. But USA wins the faceoff here as we approach the final 5 minutes to go in the first period. Kyle Connor gets a stick on it, but he turns it over pretty quickly. And Finland back the other way. Line into the corner. Line takes McAvoy down behind the net. No penalty there. Back to the point. There's a shot. That one goes wide. And Connor tips it. Good stick there. And Kachuk got knocked down. Line now behind the net. Good play by McAvoy. And he'll backhand that one up to Kachuk, who from his knees gets that puck to the blue line of Finland. Gradin. Okay, sorry about that. Turnover by Austin Matthews there. Played over to Hughes. Hughes tries to throw it in front to Matthews, but that one goes wide. And now Lundell gets it up. Jacob Slavin. Here comes Matthews across the red line to the blue line. Drop back for Hughes. Hughes with plenty of space takes a shot. Nice glove save, but it goes wide. Again, you cannot let Jack Hughes have that amount of space. He's going to put that in the back of the net most of the time. Hughes now with the puck to the blue line, all over to the side. The Slavin to Matthews. Matthews gets a stick on it. Finland able to muscle that one out of the zone, though both teams will get changes. As Fox has to chase that one back. He'll go off for a change now. Hannafin out there. He slides it all the way down. Good hustle by JT Miller to avoid the icing. Deflected shot on net. Saros with a nice pad save that bounces to the blue line, but not out. Job by Faber to keep it in. Hannafin now backhand on it, but it goes out of play with 2:39 to go here in the first. Up to 13 likes on the stream. Thank you, guys. And now we are up to 2,650 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. Already up a few subscribers on the night before the end of the first period. Again, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Definitely leave a like on the video. That helps out as well. Got Eichel on the faceoff against Barkov. Eichel wins it. Quick shot, and that one is held onto by Saros. So a couple seconds ticked off the clock there. Finland wins the faceoff, but Eichel quickly back in the zone. He gets pushed off the puck. Great job by Barkov there. It's it to Lindell. Lindell clears the zone. Back to McAvoy. He turns it over at mid-ice. Here comes Rantanen. Rantanen bullying Werenski in the corner, but Werenski's able to bump him off the puck. Oh, there's a shot right off the side of the net by Finland. Barkov on the shot. Now Kyle Connor tries to clear it, but he fails to. Cross crease pass misses. And now Werenski able to take it to center ice. He'll flip it to Eichel in the corner. Eichel gets a shot on net. That one goes wide. Saros might have got a piece of that one. It's outside the zone, slapped right back in by USA. Yoki Haru now gets to the red line, and he flips it the rest of the way in. Fox to Trocheck. Trocheck struggles to get the puck out of the end, but he does. And that one gets deflected up and out of play with 1:12 to go here in the first. So 1-1 here. The United States 13 shots, Finland 7. So USA obviously starting to turn it up here. Gonna take another look at a hit, and oh my goodness, Eichel almost put Barkov on the bench. Something you don't see every day. Jack Eichel making a hit. Can we not trade half the team on the roster for Barkov? Yeah, I wish. Sabres need some talent, that's for sure. Matthews against Aho on the faceoff here. Aho gets tossed. Rupe hints on the faceoff now. And he'll win it. Now Slavin at center ice. Slaps it back in the finish end. Matthews tried to strip Hintz of the puck. Hintz wins that battle, and he's going to slap it to an open point. That one gets intercepted. Matthews now to a wide open Hughes. Hughes with the, oh, if he would have got the wraparound, he had a goal, but he lost the puck behind the net. And now Finland has space to get the puck out. What a chance there. Again, Matthews and Hughes have been definitely the two best players for the United States. Puck goes deep in the finish end. Mantha back there to regroup with 34 seconds to go here in the first. Goes to the corner. Back to the point now. Good block by Eichel, and the United States have time for one more rush here. The center ice, Hannafin to Connor. Connor tries to get it down low to Hannafin, but that pops out of play with 14.1 seconds to go here in the first. .1 seconds here. Eichel on the faceoff here against Lundell. Eichel gets tossed. Kyle Connor steps in to replace him here. Connor wins the draw. Eichel. 10 seconds to go in the period. Eichel to the point. Werenski gets a shot. That one blocked. Pops right back to Werenski. Got to find the net somehow. Werenski to the net, but that one gets blocked again. Finland's going to take that one and clear it all the way down the ice as the first period ends. So fun first period ends 1-1 here. Henri Jokiharju, the goal for Team Finland. Brady Tkachuk for Team USA. Gotta say, what an even matchup between a team that should have scored 8 goals by now. Yeah, I would agree. I did not expect it to be so even. We'll see how that pace continues as this game goes on. RFK, welcome back. Many of us Canucks fans are high on Bo Byram. Bo Byram, as a Sabres fan, I could tell you he's a very streaky player. Coming off his best game of the season against the Nashville Predators, When he's involved in the offense, he's a very good defender. But when he's not involved in the offense, he's a very mediocre defender. I think he's solid. He's got speed, but he's nothing special on the defensive end. But when he's involved offensively, that's when he takes his game to the next level. So I'm undecided on Bo Byram. Obviously, he's a good player. Obviously, I want him on this team. But if you could trade him for an Elias Pettersson, package him in that deal, I think you got it. Again, Bo Byram. This is last year of his contract before you'd have to re-sign him. It just makes sense to get rid of him if you can get a long-term player. Oh, that's USA letting in 8 goals. I don't know about that one, but you never know. Yeah, but Bo Byram's been nice for the Sabres. Unfortunately, the Sabres are going to be going into year 14 of no playoffs. Again, they got the Jets curse going on right now. Yeah, Pettersson was not really a main contributor last night. I did notice that, but he is having a down year, I would say, as compared to some of his other seasons. But he is a guy who can go over that 100-point mark. Surprised they put Hallebuck in net. Yeah, I don't know though. Too, you got to keep in mind they got days off in between these games, and goalies are used to having the day off going back. So we'll see if these teams decide to roll with the same goaltenders, or if they are going to kind of switch it up in the round robin. Again, you gotta win these games though. The top two of the four go to the championship. There's no in between, and you absolutely have to win these games. Canada is still bitter about the World Juniors. Yeah, yeah, that was rough for Canada on the World Juniors. That's for sure. Hallebuck looked bad in the first period. Yeah, yeah, both goalies look pretty shaky, but I think they both got it in. Need Aiden Hill for the next game, no question. Yeah, I was surprised by Jordan starting that game last night. Again, he is, I guess the best goalie, but also a very, very streaky goalie, and he's an emotional player, right? So yeah, maybe Aiden Hill would be the better choice for the game against the United States, where I'm sure emotions are going to be high, especially in an all Canada crowd. Yeah, not noticeable in Vancouver either for Pettersson. But Vancouver's having a tough go at it this year. That's why I'm hopeful as a Sabres fan. Maybe we can scam them. But Kevin Adams scamming another team is hard to come by. So we'll see what happens. And I'm sure a lot of teams are in the mix, hoping that the Canucks are able to unload Pettersson off for cheap. Maybe a little bit worried that he's fallen off under that massive contract. But again, the salary cap's going up, so it's not as bad of a contract as it looks right now. And he's long term, which is hard to find. Also has no trade protection. Brilliant 10 round shootout win last game. Yeah, I watched the end of that one too. That was a fun shootout. As much as a lot of people hate the shootout, I do enjoy watching shootouts. I hate when the Sabres go to a shootout, right? Because it's annoying. It's one of those things where I think we all know that the NHL should just get rid of the shootout and have a 10-minute overtime period like they're having in this tournament. But with that being said, I do enjoy a good shootout from an outsider's point of view. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys like shootouts, or do you guys want that 10-minute overtime to transition into the NHL play? Hits after the first were 13 for the USA, 6 for Finland. The other Pettersson is a fun prospect to watch. Yeah, a lot of people were joking a team's going to try to trade for Pettersson and get the other Pettersson on the team. Truths, welcome to the chat. Truth says he likes the 10-minute 3-on-3. Yeah, I think I got to agree with that, but I will say I like watching a good shootout. But you look at that incredible overtime period last night, and could you imagine 5 minutes into that they shut it down for a shootout? I mean, that was one of the most electric overtime periods we've seen since the last international play game in 2016. So they're looking at some highlights here from the first period, and obviously, yeah, I agree here. Finland has to use their offense as their advantage. That's again their strength. Their goaltending's all right. Their defense isn't that great, but their offense is good. So they got to keep the pressure on. Of course, a defender getting their first goal there. Anaheim has a unorthodox idea here. First 5 minutes, 4-on-4. Last 5 minutes, 3-on-3. I kind of mess with that. That would be fun, right? 4-on-4, maybe a more defensive style. You get a couple of chances, but if you can't figure it out there, then you kind of spread it out a little bit with the 3-on-3. I guess what you'd have to do is, my question there is, do you set a 5-minute timer, have it go off, or do you just have a timer in general? And once you have your first whistle after 5 minutes, is that when it transitions to 3-on-3? That would be the question for that format. Would it be an exact 5-minute 4-on-4 segment, or would you go 4-on-4 until the first whistle after 5 minutes and then you bump it down to 3-on-3? Definitely something the NHL has to experiment with and figure out, because the shootout has come and gone, and I think it's a little bit outdated now, especially with these players doing those nonsense moves where they go in, a millimeter at a time. And again, there's no rule preventing it. I guess you could change the shootout rules, but I don't really think it's worth it when you have the answer right in front of you, which is a fast-paced overtime. And you obviously can't do 5-on-5 overtime, because we might have some games going to triple overtime each night, and you can't have that with games every other night. Keep in mind, the United States tied here 1-1, but they have hit 2 posts. Very easily could be 3-1. RFK says, I'd like first whistle after 5 minutes. But if it goes, let's see here. If it goes to 4 minutes, they call it there, and they go 3-on-3 then. Okay, could see that as well. Coyote says, I'd love to see Crosby in a Sabres uniform. I would freeze over. Yeah, that would be interesting. Definitely an option going into the trade deadline. Of course, Pittsburgh is out of the playoff mix pretty much. But we'll see what happens with Crosby, and I can't really see him in any other jersey besides a Penguins one. But again, you don't want to end up like the Blackhawks, who held on to Kane and Taves too long, and that did not work out for them. You got to get some. They got to get something back for either Malkin or Crosby if they're going to start in a rebuild. Yeah, posts definitely don't count, so still 1-1 here. And again, good to see Yoki Haru get a goal, obviously. RFK wants to see Crosby in the Vegas Golden Knights uniform. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, if he certainly upped his trade value after last night's game, looked incredible in that one. So he still has what it takes. Yep, Anaheim. Just saying, it was close. It's close. But yeah, pretty even first period, though. I will say I'm a little surprised by that. I thought it might be a little more spaced out, but I was also very surprised last night that Sweden came back and sent that game to overtime. Of course, I know the league kind of has a vendetta against the Vegas Golden Knights just because they came into the league potentially a little too good. Again, you don't want to see these expansion teams just run the league. So obviously they had to change the expansion draft a little bit when Seattle came in. So Seattle fans are probably a little bit more upset that they weren't in Vegas's spot. They could have had a couple of cup final appearances and a championship, but meanwhile, as a Sabres fan, obviously a team that lost players to this team. Again, it was William Carrier, so whatever, and McBain, but it sucks to lose players to a team and then they immediately go on a generational run when our team can't get out of the mud. So a little bit more than 5 minutes to go here until the start of the second. Crosby wants to go to the Ducks. I'm not sure I heard that rumor, but you never know what could happen. See if Crosby goes anywhere at the deadline. RFK was a Sharks fan before you joined Vegas. Very happy you switched. Yeah, I can imagine there. The Sharks are in a tough time, but again, Celebrini looks good. Yeah, I mean, if you switch to Vegas, before they started looking good, I can respect it. Again, I was definitely excited to watch Vegas's first couple games. I remember the first year they were in. That was my first expansion team I've seen. Obviously, the Thrashers turned into the Jets when I was a child as well. But this was the first expansion team I saw, so I thought it was neat. I watched a lot of the Vegas preseason games, and I watched some of their early stuff in their first year. And they were a likable team at first, and then they got a little too good, I think, and that's where a lot of hockey fans kind of started hating on them. Brady Tkachuk doing an interview now. Says they're very confident, didn't really care when that first goal went in, said they knew they would get it right back, and they did. A lot of confidence in each other, which, I mean, how could you not be confident on this stacked lineup? Saying it's very fun to be a part of. Coyote, I'm right there with you. Sabres fan all the way, loyal to the crest. Maybe one of these years we will get knocked out in the wild card round, but or first round, I should say. But it is funny to go throughout the league and look at all the players that were Buffalo Sabres in the last 5-10 years. Whole lot of talented players that just didn't have the right coach at the time, didn't have the right core group of players, didn't have the right GM, didn't have the right owner. Cheered for the Sharks one more time in 2015 before switching over. Oh, you missed some bad play from the San Jose Sharks. So I guess you picked the right time. Sabres need to tank for McKenna. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Sabres tanking is just a thought that I don't even want to think of because we've been in an endless tank. So Sabres don't even have to try to tank anymore. I mean, as far as switching teams, I mean, I'm a firm believer in, once you're with a team, you can't switch unless it's for like a crazy reason. Like if your team does something very like incorrect. And I'm not saying on the ice. I'm talking like some sort of scandal or something that you want to switch teams. I understand that, but just switching your team because they stink. Not a fan of that, but again, anyone can choose to what they want to do, and as long as you're a fan of the sport, I think it's awesome. Draft eligible in 2026. Yeah, so that would mean a whole nother year of tanking, which again, I don't think you got to try to tank. I mean, if you don't change the core of that team, I don't think you're going to really change much next season. And a lot of guys are under contract for another year. So unless you make trades or cut people, you're going to have a lot of nonsense again. RFK says didn't feel good with the owner at the time. Yeah, I mean, it's completely fine. I mean, again, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, right? As long as you're a fan of the sport, contributing to the sport. I mean, it's good to be there. I mean, it is good in Buffalo now. At least the Bills are good, so it gets us through half the year. But it is the shortest season of all sports. And with the Sabres season being practically over within the first 2 months of the season, the last 10 years, that has not been fun. But we're getting to baseball season, so that's good for me. Still got a minute left before puck drop here in the second. Kind of 96 points in 46 games in the WHL. Yeah, that's probably your next superstar, right? This year's draft doesn't really have that guy. So that's why I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, the Sabres should just keep losing, whatever." I'm past that point. Again, if the Sabres lose out this season and get the #1 overall pick, what's it going to get you, right? Another guy who's going to be like an Owen Power on your team, not making a difference. You have to get wins. You have to want to make free agents get here. At 17 years old, yeah, he's going to be a stud, and of course, it's going to be one of those years where the Sabres probably again finish, 8th last, 7th last, and they end up with someone that's just not going to see the ice at the NHL level, and it is what it is. Again, it's the worst spot to finish, right? You don't get a good prospect, and you don't make the playoffs, right in that sweet spot from I'd say six to the last spot that doesn't make the playoffs. It's just a waste, and that's where the Sabres have landed a whole lot. So we're getting ready here for the face-off in the second period. Barkov against Matthews. Barkov wins that one. Finland's been good on the face-off so far, but Finland ices the puck right off the face-off. So they keep showing these odds, plus 145 for USA, plus 1,000 for Finland. I'm assuming that's to win the whole thing, not just this game. Because to win this game, certainly going to be closer than that. United States win the face-off. Down low right in front of the net. That one gets slapped away. And there's a slap shot from the point. Gets blocked in front by Jake Gunsel. So he blocked his own shot there. Now Lindell along the boards. Matthews puts a good check on him. And, oh, did he keep it in? They say he did. So now there's going to be a good chance down low. Gunsel couldn't handle that pass back to the point. I don't know if that was onside, though. They say it was, but it's not going to matter. Finland's going to get the puck out of the zone anyway. RFK says he'll check in during commercials. All right, thank you, thank you. Mantha now behind the net. Very slowly, he's going to take it out, backtrack. Now passes it up. The line A. Down low, but turns it over to Matthew Tkachuk. To Brock Faber. Faber up top to Eichel. Eichel now runs out of space. He has to pass it back to Faber. Now up to Kyle Connor. Slides it around the net. Over to Eichel to Faber again. Faber at the point. Down low to Connor. Connor backhands it right to a Finland player, and I believe that is Aho. Yep, 3-on-2 back the other way, but he throws it away. A bad pass there from Aho, thinking Hintz was going to follow him. Laine gets the puck before it exits the zone. He slaps it around the net. But Faber's there for Team USA. He gets it to Eichel. Eichel looking for some space to get it out. He'll slide across to Slavin, and now Slavin has to backtrack and pass it back to Faber. Faber picked off by Luosterainen in front of the net. There's a chance for Finland. A shot goes wide. Finland behind the USA net. Right in front, cross crease, back to the point here. Down low to Lindell. Finland kind of dogging USA right here. And now it gets picked off, and here comes USA back the other way, 2-on-2. It's got to go behind the net. That USA group was tired, so they give up the puck. So now Finland brings it back to the United States line, but that doesn't go too far. Faber backhands it behind the net. Kachuk slides it up. His pass goes awry, and Finland able to regroup in their own end here. Armia picked off here. JT Miller gets crushed, and oh, big collision there in the corner. Here comes Finland back the other way, 2-on-2. There's a shot, just goes wide. Olimata to the center of the ice, but Fox is there, and Fox gets crushed. Picked up by Hannafin, though, and now Hannafin, 3-on-2. He goes off sides, though. So whistle with 16:36 to go in the second. Finland dominating the second period so far. Notice the clock still at 0 here. We'll have Jaden change that real quick. But yeah, we're down to 16:35 to go here in the second. Gensel now to the point to Werenski. Werenski, his shot goes nowhere. Breakout pass, glove down. Could have been a breakaway if not for the glove. Finland now behind their own net. There's a big collision in the corner near boards of the USA end, and they're going to blow it dead. Might have a penalty. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe a glove pass or something of that nature. Yeah, definitely been a fun period so far. Back and forth action. I think Finland's been the better team in the second period. Okay, so no penalty there. Face off outside at the USA end. Finland wins the draw there. Mantha up top, slides it behind the net. Hallebuck. Down low, oh, right in front. That one gets blocked in front of the net. Now Eichel behind his own net with some speed. Missed Connor on the pass. No icing, though. Mantipalo has to go back and get it. And he'll chip it back out to center ice. Eichel now. To Kachuk. Kachuk slides it behind the net. Pops back to the point. Goes to Eichel. Osterrainen able to pick that one off, though, and play it back. The United States playing catch in their own end. Got some boos from the crowd. Fox up top, and the United States finally enter the finish end with a little dump and chase. Big hit there by JT Miller. Fox in the corner. And Finland able to clear it now. Noah Hannafin for Team USA. Couldn't handle that one cleanly. Big cross check to Hannafin. No penalty there. Finland continues to look like the better team here in the second. Rantanen in behind the net. Getting a little more physical there. Trocheck. Lindell at the point. There's a, Hollis shot gets deflected in front of the net. Just missed. Still behind the United States net now. Armia in front of the net. Wraparound chance. And now USA is able to clear it on the backhand. Mikkola up to Lindell. Lindell, stretch pass. Finland at the zone. That pass goes nowhere, though. And here comes the United States back with some speed. Trocheck. Nice pass up top, but that one gets deflected up. United States able to keep it in momentarily, but Finland able to clear now. Good hit by Larkin. Haven't heard much from Dylan Larkin this game. Oh, Hallebuck loses the puck behind the net. Good job by Larkin to shut that one down, though. A dangerous play by Hallebuck, trying to keep the puck On his stick there. He got stripped behind the net. There's a slapper from the point. Gets redirected by Hallebuck. Rantanen now. He loses the puck along the far boards. And that puck just squeaks over the blue line. Finland will go for a change. USA will change a couple players, but Finland quickly back in the United States end. It's a good opportunity for Finland. Now they got some tired USA players out there. Werenski able to battle for the puck, and he gets it up to Tkachuk. Or Gensel, that is. Jake Gensel gets crushed into the boards. And that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be Montipalo on the penalty. We'll have to take a look at that one. Jake Gensel went down in the corner. See what they call here. I call it boarding. Interesting call there. Oof. I don't know about that one. It looked like he kind of slipped into the boards. As we head to commercial break, when we come back, the United States will be on the power play. If you guys are new, be sure to leave a like. We're up to 14 likes. We're up some subscribers today as well. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. So, huge opportunity for Team USA here. They absolutely have to score here, shut down this Finnish momentum, and the Team Finland's been the better team this period, so that's a big penalty to call here. RFK says subbed already. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, bad call. Yeah, that was a shaky call. I mean, it looked like Gensel kind of lost his footing there in the corner and went into the boards hard. An awkward hit, of course, but I don't know what you want Montipalo to do there. But we'll see if the United States can have a little bit better power play than they had the first time. They didn't really have any chances on that first go-around. Finland was able to clear the puck pretty easily, especially when that second unit came out for the United States. So we are returning now. Again, second stream in 2 days. Going to try to get more consistent on this channel. We have a live interview with Adam Fox on the ice. Yeah, RFK, I don't know about that one, but I know they are adding some more nations the next time they go around with this, which is good. United States win the face-off. Eichel to Fox. Fox down low to Gensel. Gensel to Tkachuk to Gensel. Fox takes a slapper. That gets blocked in front and cleared. Good start to the penalty kill. Good block shot there. Goes all the way back to Hallebuck. Fox left to take the puck up. Fox does a drop pass to nobody. Hallebuck has to recover with that one. Plays it to Matthews. Matthews, heavy boos when he touches the puck here in Montreal. To Eichel. Eichel with some speed. Takes it around the net. It's to Gensel. Gensel plays it down low to Matthews behind the net. Matthews immediately hounded. And Finland trying to get it out, but Fox, good keep in. And now it gets cleared. And oh boy, here we go. Breakaway chance for Finland. Shut down by Jake Gensel, but still takes it around him. One-handed shot opportunity gets saved by Hallebuck, and Matthews plays it up to Eichel. Eichel now drop pass to Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk to Matthews. He turns it over yet again, but Fox, great keep in there, and Matthews Slides it over to Eichel. Now it opens up a little bit. Finland a little bit tired from defending. Eichel up top to Fox. Back to Eichel, far boards. Eichel looks to Matthews. Matthews down low. Take a chuck back to Matthews. Oh, Gunsel had a tap in, but he missed it. Pops out to Fox, to Matthews. Down low to Kachuk. Kachuk couldn't handle that one well. He has to play it back to the point to Fox. He'll get it back in the corner, though. Kachuk looks. Back to the net. Matthews behind the back pass to Gunsel, and that's held on to by Saros. Tried to do his best Crosby impression there on the power play, but Gunsel couldn't finish that one. So whistle there. Yeah, I know that they want to keep this Four Nations thing in a lot of NHL players, so I don't think any of the Koreas would be getting a team, unfortunately. Finland wins the faceoff there, and they are able to clear it. So that'll be the end of the power play. Another good kill for this Finnish team. Hughes has the puck in the corner for the United States. He goes down. Good hit there. But Hughes gets right back up, and now he's got the puck. Slides it over. Behind the net. Oh, out in front. There is a chance. But missed, and now Finland in the corner. United States keep it in with Hughes at the point. Slides it down low. There's a shot that gets blocked, though, and it pops outside the zone. Brady Tkachuk, and now Brady Tkachuk shoves his... Whew. What a hit. We might have a fight. There's a scrum going on. Holy moly, a little scrum by the bench as they continue playing, though, back in the United States end. There's a pass. They're going to say that goes off sides. So we'll have to take a replay of what happened. Yeah, trying unlike the NBA. The NBA is doing a little tournament this year for the All-Star game. Kachuk strikes Mikkola, and they get into it a little bit there. And the United States, it looked like they had 6 or 7 players out there for a little bit. No penalties, though. As we head to commercial break here with 9:55 to go in the second. So very fun game so far, very close game. Could we potentially see overtime yet again after yesterday's thriller? That could happen. 1-1 so far. United States looking like they got the momentum a little bit from that power play. We'll see if that continues after this commercial break. And one of the most annoying parts of live sports, the commercial breaks, definitely a little excessive, but I guess you can make the argument it helps the players rest. It also kind of ruins the momentum of the game, especially in basketball. I think that's the sport it hurts the most when at the end of the game you got many timeouts. Yeah, fun time in sports. We got NASCAR on tonight. Got the MLB starting soon. The NHL obviously taking a little hiatus here. What channel am I on? I am on ESPN watching this game. Back in commercial here. Of course, this is the perfect time to be doing a tournament like this after the football season has ended. I think they did a pretty poor job marketing it, though. But hopefully they can recover from that viewership-wise, because this is a good idea. And once they get more teams involved, this could definitely replace the All-Star game altogether. Obviously talking about Johnny Gaudreau and his brother, who tragically were killed in the offseason. Of course, Johnny Gaudreau would be playing for this United States team. So shifting back to the game here, the Eichel line back out there for the United States. 9:55 to go in the second. Face-off won by Sebastian Aho back into the finish end. Breakout pass goes all the way down to Jacob Slavin. And the United States has a quick up here with Eichel. Eichel has a shooting lane if he wants it. He takes it. Good save by Saros. That puck pops right up in front of the net, but Aho gets a stick on that one. He'll play it down low, and Finland able to clear the zone. Now they're back the other way with a quick chance. Line A. This pass goes nowhere. We have a breakaway opportunity here. Kachuk, 2-on-1 chance. Maybe there's a back pass. Oh, too many passes. One too many for Team USA, but Kachuk able to keep it in. Here comes Finland back the other way. Aho with some speed, 3-on-2. Again, one too many passes for Finland now. And the United States are able to clear it. So 2 chances back-to-back delayed offsides now, and that gets touched up by Finland, so we'll have a whistle. Wow. Yeah, back-to-back chances. One too many passes. Too many passes. So the United States win the faceoff here. It's down low, glove down by Gensel. But Finland able to regroup behind their own net. That gets touched. They say no icing. Finland in front of the net. There's a good chance. Hallebuck able to turn that one aside. Big hit by Gensel, goes across the boards. And now Matthews, nice little move there, but his shot goes wide. Behind the net, Gensel misses that one, and it gets cleared back to Fox at center ice. Montipalo now behind his own net. Oh, and there's a good chance now right in front of the net. Oh, just missed it. Hallebuck just got a piece of that one off a bounce pass. Off the boards, another bounce pass. This one gets shut down by Fox, unlike the last one that was a one-on-one chance. Kyle Connor, nifty move along the boards, and he will find a way to get that puck outside the zone, and with speed brings it to center ice, but he gets stripped. And Boldy gets it right back for Team USA. Big hit along the boards by Boldy. Now it's turned over. Team USA in front of the net, but Finland able to regroup. And 2-on-2 chance back the other way for Finland. That one goes to the far corner, and Boldy able to grab onto that one and flicks it up into the air. Back and forth action here. 7:12 to go in the second period. Nice pass. Mata now dumps it all the way in. Faber to Larkin. Larkin now down low. He gets it back. Larkin with some speed. Line slows him down just enough. Back to the point, though. Faber can't keep that one down low, and Finland able to clear the zone. They'll dump it down and change. Faber now behind his own net. Dumps it down the ice, and now Finland able to get that right back in the zone. No icing, so Hallebuck has to go behind the net and clear it to the far boards. Lundell for Finland. Granlund back to Lundell, back to Granlund behind the net. Granlund looks, finds a wide open guy in front of the net, but no shot, and Hallebuck will cover up with 6:05 to go here in the second. So we'll have a offensive zone faceoff for Finland here with 6:05 to go. If you guys are new, be sure to leave a like on the stream and subscribe. We're up to 15 likes now. Good to see. and up to 2,650 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. We have a face-off here in the USA end. Matthews able to keep it in the Finland end now, but they're going to call, I think the puck went in the USA bench, so we'll have a face-off in the Finland end. As we head to a commercial break here. So no goals so far in the second period. Again, definitely didn't expect this close of a game. I thought USA would run away with it towards the end, and they still have an opportunity too. But Finland still very much in this game and hunting those 3 points to put them in first in this tournament. I think USA's gotta use a little bit more speed in this game. That would be my suggestion. Eichel's got to use some more speed. Matthews, I mean, those guys can fly around this defensive core for Finland, but Finland's made it really hard on the United States to enter the zone. So again, I think they got to play a little bit more north-south. Who's my NBA team? I'm a Knicks fan. Knicks are looking good so far this year. Again, I don't know if they have a championship caliber team. We'll see about it, but yeah, if you're Finland, you're a Finland fan, you got to be very impressed and excited about this team because they're looking very solid. Getting outshot, but not too bad. Bulls fan missed Zach LaVine. Yeah, crazy trade deadline. Zach LaVine's been on the trade block for about 3 years now, it seems. So finally got moved. Yeah, Tage Thompson, I think, went on Twitter and voiced his displeasure about not being at this tournament. Very definitely should be. If you guys are new here too, be sure to check out our Instagram, Buffalo Sports Center on IG. Got moved in his best year for not a good return. But we are back from break. 5:55 to go here in the second. And in Montreal, 2 games Saturday in Montreal. Then they moved to Boston for the rest of this. Finland wins the defensive zone faceoff, and they're able to clear the zone. Matthews gets a stick on it, plays it back to Werenski. It's going to be an icing, so faceoff will be coming back to the USA end. Saturday is a big day. Finland, Sweden at 1, Canada, USA at 8. Monday, a doubleheader as well. Canada, Finland at 1, Sweden and the US at 8. Jack Hughes gets it out to center, but that was immediately turned over, and Werenski has trouble with it as well. Hughes has to help him out there. Turned over now, and here comes Rantanen. Good play by Werenski to shut that down in front of the net. Jack Hughes slides it behind to Werenski now. Now gets played to Matthews. Matthews couldn't handle it cleanly. Werenski can't keep it in the zone, so Finland now back the other way. That's a dangerous pass. Brady Tkachuk's able to get a stick on it to Matthews. Matthews now through the middle of the ice. Tkachuk to a shooting lane, takes a quick shot, and that one bounces right in the glove of Saros. He'll stop it with 4:51 to go. So a nice little chance there from Brady Tkachuk. But Saros able to stick with it and put it in the glove. Finland wins the draw, but they clear it all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing. So 4:44, have it back on there. Yeah, Cooper Flagg's been nice in college this year, so see who ends up getting him. Been fun to watch Duke basketball this year. A guy that can do it all. USA wins the draw there. Fox, cross crease, wide open point. Hannafin, oh, it's loose in front of the net. Saros holds his ground, and he holds on to it with 4:36 to go in the second. Pushing and shoving in front of the net, of course. One of the Tkachuks, both the Tkachuks involved. Who would have guessed? You're going to replay there. Nice deflection there on the net. Eichel loses the draw, but it gets into the corner. Both Tkachuks out there with Jack Eichel now on this line. Matthew Tkachuk behind the net to Brady. Brady back to Matthew. In front of the net, there's a nice chance by Eichel. That one just goes wide. Eichel regains possession of it. He slides it to the point. And now Finland able to clear there. 2-on-1 back the other way. Nice pass, but it just missed the stick. So a nice chance by Finland there. Sebastian Aho now back the other way. USA, they're not going to change. 3-on-2 with the Tkachuk brothers and Eichel, but Eichel's pass goes nowhere. And now Laine's going to head back the other way. Crowd goes crazy when Laine touches up, but the United States able to get the puck there. That might be an icing. Sure is. So headed back to the USA end with 3:38 to go in the second. So a whole lot of passing this game, not a lot of shots, and a lot of missed opportunities. So 3:38 here. We have the puck deep in the United States end for the faceoff. Eichel's got a little bit of a cut on his nose. He's bleeding a little bit. Looking for a towel on the bench. Now he's found the trainer. So Eichel off the ice here, even though he was out there for the icing because of the injury to his nose. Should be fine, though. Just looks like a little cut. USA is able to clear the puck. Finland right back in the end. Joki Harju on the slap-in. And the goal scorer for Finland. There's a shot by Finland, but that'll go up and out of play with 3:19 to go in the second. So the second period's kind of dragging now after a very quick start. Eichel still bleeding on the nose. Looks like they're putting some gauze on it. Trocheck wins the draw back in the United States end. He plays around for Jacob Slavin, and Slavin gets the puck outside. Boldy, some nice speed in the corner to get to that one. JT Miller now. Down low to Boldy. Boldy, oh. Nice chance there, but he fans on the pass. Gets it back to the point, though. There it is, deflected, scores! Boldy on the deflection, and USA goes up 2-1. late in the second. An absolute beauty. That's what they got to do. Get shots on the net. One of these will get deflected and go in. And sure enough, it did. Went back to Faber, and Faber gets it to Boldy's stick, and it gets deflected 5-hole on Saros. The United States go up 2-1. Great job by Boldy there. Immediately skated it in, used his speed to keep the puck in the zone, and he gets rewarded with the deflection goal to put the United States up 1-0. Back to play already. Finland tried to go quick back the other way, but a nice stick there by Team USA, and now a turnover. Larkin along the boards, fighting for it in the offensive zone. Finland able to clear, but it goes no further than center ice and slapped right back in by USA. Larkin on the attack again. That's turned over, and here we go. Matthews looks, circles, picked off by Teravainen. A great stick there, and Finland's able to play the puck up to center ice. But they don't keep the puck for very long as Gensel plays the puck down low and now all the way up. That'll be an icing. Jack Hughes tripped up there. Yeah, a whole lot of tension between the United States and Canada during this tournament. So that'll be fun to see how it plays out Saturday night. But right now, USA is trying to hang on to this lead. They have 20 shots to Finland's 13. Face off deep in the United States end. Finland wins that one. Back to Mantha. Jokiharju behind the net now. Trocheck, Faber bounced him off the puck. Now Matthews behind the net. Unable to get it out. There it is, right in front of the net, deflected wide. Good stick by Slavin. Now Rantanen on the far side. Slavin holds it along the boards, the far boards here as Matthews digs it out and he backhands it to Hughes. Nice nifty pass behind the legs to Slavin. He passed it to Trocheck, and Hughes chases it down into the Finland end. Hughes able to come up with the puck, and he'll play it back, but the United States is making a change there. So Eichel will regroup at mid-ice and play it back to Adam Fox. Gets played up to Matthew Tkachuk. Down low to Brady. Brady loses the puck in the corner, and Finland's able to regroup here with 1 minute to go here in the second. Jokiharju slowly gets it to the red line. He'll try to dump it in. Now the United States dump it all the way back in the finish end. Saros gets a stick on it, plays it to Mantha. 38 seconds to go here in the second period. Finland in their own end. Playing catch back and forth. Now they shoot it in, no icing. Hellebuyck to Fox. Fox looks for the breakout pass. That's going to be iced all the way down. So Finland will have a nice chance here with 22.5 to go in the second. Oh, Jokiharju got crunched along the boards. Looks like he's okay, though. On that replay, got hit by Brady Tkachuk. United States win the draw here with 20 seconds to go here in the second. And that one might be iced again. They're going to say no. JT Miller beat it out, and 10 seconds to go here. United States play behind the net. Back to McAvoy. His shot gets deflected up and out of play. So one more chance for the United States here on a face-off with 5.1 to go. Yeah, United States definitely played better. Elijah, welcome to the chat. In the second period, but I thought Finland came out with a really good start in the first half of this period. Face off won by the United States. Matthews goes down, and it's going to be a penalties. A terrible penalty to take for Finland. Absolutely terrible penalty. It's going to be a hooking call. And the United States will have a power play that'll go into the third period. That's Oli Mata. With 2.2. 2.2 seconds here. I know Smooth Gaming in the chat wanted to bring up, Elijah, when you got here about Pepsi products. If you guys wanted to debate about that in the chat during the intermission, I know he was excited to talk to you about Pepsi products. But face off here, Matthews tries to put it through the legs, and he does, but no shot off that. So end of the second, 2-1 USA. The United States will start the third period on a minute 58 power play off a terrible penalty that Austin Matthews drew. So back to the intermission report, our last intermission report of the day. Always my least favorite thing. The hockey intermissions are always just so bland. I know, but we'll get through it. See what we got here for the intermission. Again, Team USA, definitely the better team in the second period, although Finland did look good coming out of the locker room. So again, Finland maybe the better team out of the locker room again in the third, but that penalty will kind of restrict them from getting any offense. Let me know what you guys think in the chat below. Do you guys think United States are going to hold on to this, or will we get another overtime game like last night? Can't even do my look around the leagues here because there's no other games going on in the NHL. But yeah, United States, they've looked good. I think Canada still looks like the best team of the tournament after seeing all four teams. So it's definitely a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be two clear favorites, and I think they all have looked pretty solid. RFK says 4-1 USA again. Before the game, I said 4-2. I'll stick with that. I'll say 4-2. I think one goal apiece and then an empty netter in the third. Saros did look a little bit better that period. Hallebuck obviously not allowing a goal that period, so a solid period. The only goal he let in was a deflected shot off of Henry Jokiharju's stick. Again, the fact Jokiharju has a goal is still very comical, but Sweden versus Finland is going to be the losers game. That's what I thought coming into this tournament, but I don't know. Have to see if Sweden can upset this United States team. I think that's what it might come down to for second place. Now, if the United States want to win tonight and beat Canada, they would pretty much be locked in to that final game, even if they were to lose to Sweden, because of the fact that that first game did go to overtime. So no team was able to get the full 3 points there. But yeah, Saturday is going to be the fun one, the rivalry games. Sweden, Finland, and then United States and Canada. That'll be the fun round for sure. Again, let me know in the chat if you guys are new, what you guys would like to see stream next. I know we put up a poll and it was pretty evenly distributed, so it seems we can't really go wrong here. Just kind of pick and choose some highlight games. Again, if we do basketball, I'd like to see a Lakers game, see Luca in action. Obviously, as a Knicks fan, maybe do some Knicks streams. Baseball will probably stick to the Mets, but if there's a big rivalry game, maybe we'll switch over there. Playoffs for both leagues will do. Probably going to stay away from the UFL. I know it is football, but does anyone really care about the UFL? I don't know at this point. There's a storyline, you never know, but it's still 12 minutes to go here until the third period starts. And yeah, Tage Thompson would definitely make this USA team a lot better too. So I am very disappointed that he is not playing tonight. Cold Red and Whiteout coming back for Mountain Dew. Smooth Gaming says they call him the CM Punk, the way he loves Pepsi. Love to do some wrestling streams as well, but I know there's a few marquee streamers that kind of run the show there, so I feel like we'd be kind of late to the party. Maybe for some pay-per-views, but I don't think so. Could definitely do some UFC streams, though. That's on the docket. Code Red is permanent. Have some in your pantry right now. What's your guys' favorite Mountain Dew flavors in the chat? I'm not a huge Mountain Dew guy. Not so much because of the health impactfulness of it. I think I'm just not a Mountain Dew guy. I like some different pops, some sodas, but Mountain Dew's never really been my favorite, so I haven't really explored. I know a lot of people like the Baja Blast from Taco Bell. I've maybe had that once or twice. I can't remember what it tastes like, so not a huge Taco Bell guy as well. So I haven't experienced a lot of Mountain Dew. What do you guys like in the chat? Permanent flavors, Code Red, all-time Liberty Brew. I will have to take note of this and maybe try some out, but again, not the healthiest option, but RFK drinks every new flavor when it comes out. I just tried the new blackberry Dr. Pepper. It was solid. I'm a pretty big blackberry fan though, so that might have something to do with it. Just watching the end of the NASCAR race. Last Eek was good, but they changed the formula. So yeah, still some time in this intermission here. Would be a big 3 points for the United States if they could hold on. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? Do you think the United States hold on? Do you think Finland makes a big comeback? RFK says he's boycotting Coca-Cola until they hire a new marketing guy. very fun game so far, I would say. Again, this tournament's been a very fun tournament to stream. Got some very competitive hockey games, something you don't see very often from a Buffalo sports page, especially with hockey. Still got around 8 minutes to go till the third period starts. NASCAR just wrapped up for the night. Got some NBA on as well, but it looks like this NHL game should pretty much, or not NHL, I guess, but hockey game should wrap up the sports night. Of course, you guys like soccer, Champions League's going on right now as well. But yeah, I think the United States have to continue using their speed, get more shots on the net. Both teams got to get more shots on the net. Tons of missed opportunities on odd man rushes, on chances in front of the net. Just these teams got to shoot, got to go for the goals here in the third. And I think they know that. That'll be the message in the locker room from both coaches. Nope, Denny Hamlin did not win. Eric Jones won the second duel. The first one was won by Bubba Wallace. Obviously, Daytona 500 going on this Sunday, starting the NASCAR season. IndyCar gets going. It looks like maybe Cindric actually won the second race. It's very close here when the caution light came on at the end. What's going on? D Money in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hoping they changed the finish to Austin Cindric. That's interesting. Cool. Most valuable mascot, Billy Buffalo. Gotta agree with that. NCAA basketball. The game starts at 11. Okay, that's good to know. March Madness getting closer, but again, conference championship games don't even start till March this year, so we're going to have a little bit later of a tournament. Am I going to stream NASCAR? I don't think so. I don't know if there's a big enough audience that wants to see that. If people want to see me stream NASCAR, we could, but and I'll be watching some races throughout the year. Probably not everyone, but obviously a little bit of a lack of sports right now with the NHL off and during intermission, not much to watch. So got that on. Got some NBA on in the background as well. OKC, Minnesota on. Only watched the 500 last year and got lazy. Yeah, it's certainly become a little harder to watch year by year, but hopefully they can build some names up because obviously a lot of the big names retired. Utah Mammoth will be the team name next year. It's looking like it, right? Because the Yeti is trademarked and apparently it can't be used. Yeah, I'll usually watch the end of each race, but again, there's so much going on Sundays. use it as a catch-up day for the week with school and all that. Still got around 3 minutes to go until the third period starts. Shots are 20-13 in favor of the United States. Again, I've been very surprised how evenly matched these teams have been. I guess you could only have so much talent per team before it kind of evens out. As far as NASCAR goes, Corey LaJoie has raced his way in again, racing a smaller schedule this year, so good for him. Let me know in the comments if you guys think the United States will hang on to this lead. If you guys are new here, be sure to leave a like on the stream. It helps us out a ton. Also, subscribe if you are new. Utah would win a lawsuit if they wanted the name. You would think so, right? But again, Yeti Coolers is a pretty big corporation. I mean, pretty well known. So if they have a problem with it, they might just win that lawsuit. Yeah, Cole Custer back in NASCAR. And Cole Custer, all 5'4" of him. Had a solid year in the Xfinity last year, so he's back in the big leagues. So around a minute to go here, and then we will have the third period of action. Yeah, I'm going to keep my prediction here 4-2, I'll say. Read the trademark laws since Yeti is made upward. Hockey is different than the Coolers. Legally, Yeti would lose. Okay, that's good to know because I think the Yeti is the cooler name, but the Mammoth would be sick as well. Modelo made in Boston, second season in the NHL. We'll get the game back on here, and it is time for the third period, the finale. See how this United States team does. Of course, expected to win this game, but only up by a goal going into the third. We're up to 2,651 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Again, that's more than 10 subscribers in the last 2 days. So that is good news. Again, I want to keep growing this channel, keep streaming consistently. The goal, if you guys watch the videos all the time, we do have an MLB video coming out on Saturday. It'll be our first MLB content on this channel, so keep an eye out for that one. Fine with the Mammoth, just Yeti would be better. Yeti would be better. I agree with that comment. Yeah, I'm fine with either one, but I prefer Yeti. Here we go, getting ready for the third period. Eichel wins the faceoff back to Matthews, and we are underway here. Again, goals from Yoki Haru, Kachuk, Brady that being, and Matt Boldy. United States, quick shot, scores! Power play goal. Matthew Kachuk from the point. I don't think anyone was expecting that shot. And Team USA goes up 3-1. 15 seconds into the third. There it is. Make sure it's onside. Looked about right. Cross crease pass, and Kachuk just unloaded from the point. Didn't get deflected or anything. Just Saros lost it. Oh, it did get okay, I guess it did get deflected a little bit from a Finland stick. Yeah, off Mikola's stick. Just a little deflection, though. Still should have had that one, but that's a tough look for Finland and the United States. 3-1 early on here in the third. Now Finland's got some real work to do. Matthews back out there on the ice. USA 3-on-2 now. A 2-on-1 develops. Gunsel takes a shot. Scores! Jake Gunsel puts it in, and USA goes up 4-1. Well, that was quick. The United States have blown the doors open here in the third. Again. Poof. And can't give Gunsel that amount of time and space to get a shot off. Anyone on this United States team. RFK switches his gas to 6-2. That actually went 5-hole and tipped up. Whole bench exploded there. The United States won the face-off here, and Finland's really got to push now. Brady Tkachuk with some speed. Gets a stick on it, gets played back to Eichel. That one might be offsides. They say it's onside, so Eichel brings the puck into the zone. Finland quick to exit. Barkov to stick on it. That one bounces all the way in. And now Tkachuk brings it back the other way, 2-on-2 with some speed. The Tkachuk brothers with Eichel. Tkachuk to Tkachuk. Brady gets crushed into the corner. A ref goes down and a whistle now. That's Wes McCauley down. And Brady Tkachuk's laying down, still down with Wes McCauley, but they are laughing, so they should be okay. And yes, they both pop up good. That's good to see. Again, we don't want to see injuries. We saw Shea Theodore get injured last night, which is never a good thing. It looks like it's going to be a long-term injury. He's out for the entire tournament. Another look at that Gunsel goal, though. Yep, just beat him 5-hole and popped right into the net. Now the floodgates have opened. Let's see if the United States can build on this or if Finland can get a quick one back. JT Miller chases the puck behind the net, but Finland with Sebastian Aho and now Montipalo brings it up. Hintz now along the boards. Slavin a nice job to box him out. JT Miller now on the puck, plays it back. Picked up. Montipalo gets a shot on, but held on to by Hellebuyck. 18:39 to go. Whistle. So a face-off in the USA and shots are 23-15 in favor of the United States. Nelson loses the draw, so Finland now has a little bit of zone time. Line he turns it over to Kyle Connor, and Connor's going to use that speed to bring it out to center ice, get to the red line, and dump and chase. Down low to Nelson behind the net. Back to the point. There's a slapper, goes wide. Held in. But Hannafin unable to hold it at the line. So it goes all the way back down to the USA and Hannafin has plenty of time as both teams change. His outlet pass gets knocked down by a Finnish player. And slapped back into the Finland end. Yoki Harju now with the puck. Looking for an outlet. He finds one. As Lindell. Hughes now takes it behind the net. To McAvoy, to Hughes again. To Werenski. Werenski now. Loses the puck. But Matthews is able to recover it, but he plays it to an empty corner where Yoki Harju is sitting patiently for the puck. Now one-on-one back the other way for Finland. Nice little move, but a good job by Werenski to shut that one down. Gunsel behind the net now. 0 shot attempts for Aho, Hintz, and Rantanen. That is not good enough. Here come the United States. Good play by Brady Tkachuk. Give and go to Tkachuk. Oh, what a play! Scores! Brady Tkachuk on the give and go. Highlight reel goal. And USA goes up 5-1. Brady Tkachuk. His second of the night. as Freebird plays in the background. A great give and go there. And we'll have to see. Maybe UPL gets in this game all of a sudden. Saros can't make a save. Great pass by Eichel. Nice saucer pass to Brady Tkachuk. He did a little forehand, backhand. Utah Mammoths, fourth color should be purple. I agree with you there. Pull the goalie. But Lankin it in, maybe. Tkachuk tips that one all the way in. No icing that one out. Was actually on net. No goalie change yet. So this game looks just about over, but you never know. We're going to be here till the end. Might as well speculate. Now there is a whistle. Don't think it was offsides. They're going to say high stick there, so no penalty, just batted down with a high stick. Dogs are going to go crazy a little bit. Somebody's getting home, so I will mute my mic for a second. So back in action. Here comes Finland back the other way. 2-on-2. Line finds some space, but he gets stripped by Hannafin. Line gets it right back from Hannafin. Back to Aho behind the net to Hintz. Hintz gets shoved by JT Miller off the puck. Played back to the point. Haru cross crease pass. And now we have a whistle as Aho is in the net with Fox. So that'll be a whistle there. Have I tried the Shamrock Shake before? I have. Usually I get about one a year. It's a solid choice once in a while. So 15:57 to go here in the third. Again, floodgates have opened for USA, up 5-1 here. It's going to be 4-on-4 after that. Fox and Aho getting roughing calls there in the net. Yeah, the chocolate Shamrock Shakes. Those, I don't know if they're bringing those back or if that was just a one-off, but those were pretty solid as well. So 4-on-4, this is a good chance for Finland to maybe get one back, a little more space on the ice. Rantanen gets it up to Barkov. Barkov, nice little crescent there along the inner boards. Plays it back to Jokiharju. Jokiharju now brings the puck up. He's taking himself to the net. He gets tripped, and that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a 4-on-3 here for a minute 31. Great play by Jokiharju. I think he's been one of the best players for Finland tonight. A shocking development. Getting that trade value up. That's what we like to see. Think Isaiah Pacheco is going to join the Bills this offseason? I don't know. Watch my video about James Cook that just got released, and if he's gone, potentially. See what the Bills do for running back. So 4-on-3 for Finland. A great opportunity here to try to push themselves back in this game. Barkov on the faceoff against Vincent Trocheck. JT Miller also out there for Team USA. Rantanen to Line. Down low to Barkov. Barkov trying to find someone. Can't. Pass it back to Line at the point to Barkov. USA's just keeping a nice tight group there in the middle. Now Finland spreads it out a little bit. Line. Near boards Rantanen. Rantanen, across to Line. Line, that shot gets blocked, and JT Miller's back the other way. Could have a potential 2-on-2, but United States are going to take the change. Of course, you don't want to risk it there. 4-on-3. So they'll dump the puck down the ice. And here comes Barkov back up for Finland. Barkov brings it across the line, slows it down. Now he slaps it around the net for Line. Goes to Rantanen at the point, and they'll be able to set up again. Barkov to Rantanen, near boards. Rantanen back to Barkov, takes a shot. That one goes wide. Might have went off the goalie's stick there. Line at the point. Back to Barkov. To Rantanen. To Barkov. Barkov takes a shot. That one, good save there by Hellebuyck. Laine gets it in the corner, though, and plays it back to the point to Barkov. Barkov near boards to Rantanen. That's a tip in front by Rupe Hintz, but that one misses wide and is played by Laine. Laine. That one gets picked off. Nelson kind of wants the 2-on-1, but he's not going to take it. The Larkin's going to take that one to the net, and his shot gets redirected wide. That is the end of the 4-on-4 penalties. So Finland will have a 30-second power play here before even strength returns. Granlund tries to take it through the entire defensive core. That doesn't work, but goes to Lankinen, and he plays it back to Lindell at the point. To Granlund. Granlund centered. JT Miller gets the puck, though, and he will dump it all the way down. 5 seconds to go in this power play. Pepsi Banana and Pepsi Strawberry. It sounds interesting. To check that out. That gets turned over, and Werenski almost got a breakaway out of the box, but the pass was just a little too far for him to catch up to there. And if into Matthews. Matthews to Hughes now. Hughes has a little bit of space, tries to find the pass. It gets played back to the point. Matthews takes a shot. That one padded away by Saros. Here comes Finland back the other way. Holla with a shot, and that is saved by Hellebuyck. So 12:47 to go here as we head into a commercial break. 5-1 United States. Sawyer, how's it going? This game was close, and the United States decided to go crazy here to start the third period. 3 goals here in the third period already. So a commercial break, probably have 3 more commercial breaks in this game. Yeah, I'm sure it's very, very weird to get used to that West Coast time. I've been up and down the East Coast. I've been, different countries and all that, but I've never been on the West Coast. Furthest west I've been is, I think, Tennessee, so I don't go west very often. Dunkirk and Fredonia getting men's and women's lacrosse program. Interesting. Get the USA chant going in the chat. And a very, very fun game. This tournament has been nothing but greatness so far. Very excited for Saturday. That's the main event besides the championship game. Of course, my 4-2 prediction is out the window, but right now it's pretty darn close. We'll see if it stands 5-1 or if Finland can fight their way back in this one. Sure, USA is going to kind of sit back for the final 10 minutes, so still a little bit of time of both teams pressuring, but usually that's what teams do. If they're up big, the last 10 minutes is a good mark to switch your game up. But again, like we mentioned yesterday with Canada, it's tough for all these superstar players to kind of play that style of game because they're not used to doing that. You don't have that typical fourth line. I guess USA does, right? With Trocheck, Nelson, and JT Miller. That's the way they kind of set up their team. They kept some solid players like Tage Thompson off the roster to keep some of those fourth liners. So, gotta work. RFK's got some USA trivia for the chat. Let's hear it. Returning back from commercial break here. Yeah, Kachuk brothers today, 3 goals, 1 assist, 10 shots, 9 hits combined. Pretty solid game. Here come the United States back towards center ice. Brady Kachuk. Eichel now. Avoids the hit from Barkov, but gives away the puck. Here comes Eichel. To Matthew Kachuk. Kachuk down low. To Brady. to Mikola. Mikola now. To Rope Henson. Now it's close in front of the net. Now Slavin gets it outside the zone for Team USA. Skates it up to the red line. Saros puts a touch on. Now Aho gets a step. He spins it back now inside the zone, and his pass cross crease gets picked off. The United States will skate that one to the red line with Larkin, but it gets batted back in the USA end. Slavin now has to find another outlet. His pass goes nowhere, so Yoki Haru will touch up on that one in the Finland end. Down low to Lindell. Hannafin strips him of the puck now, and Matthews gets it back. Matthews' pass goes up top. Gensel drop pass to Hughes. Hughes gets crunched along the boards, and he'll lose the puck, and that comes outside the zone, but a good helper from Matthews there to play it down low. And Gensel now will tap it the rest of the way down again. 10:56 to go here. Finland turns it over again. Gensel back in the zone. Drop pass to Matthews. Matthews spins it around the boards. Held into the point. Now it's loose in front of the Finland end. Mata gets it out, though, at least for the time being. USA put more pressure now in the Finland end. Jack Hughes strips him of the puck again, but USA was getting a change. So Finland, with Henry Jokiharju, will regroup and play it behind their own net. Camera guy got faked out a little bit there. They still can't get the puck out, though. Now it's held in again. A nice deflection goes wide. Whew. Between the legs chance there goes wide. And here comes Finland back into the USA end. Behind the net for Finland. Rantanen now along the boards. Plays it down low. Armia, oh, it's loose in front of the net and held by a Halabuck. Now I'll get to the comments. Okay, what state has the most western coast and eastern coast? We'll start with the east. Without looking at a map, I've been to Myrtle Beach, and I feel like I saw something there. So I'm going to say South Carolina there. Although, I guess it could be Maine, but I'm going to say South Carolina. I feel like I remember something there. West Coast, there's not very many options. So I guess I'll say Alaska to cheat the system. If you're saying mainland, I guess I'd have to guess California. Is Henry Jokiharju still playing well? Yeah, I think he's looked solid. He drew a penalty a couple minutes ago. He scored the first goal of the game. So I think you've certainly got more from Henry Jokiharju than you thought you were going to get if you're a Finnish fan. Certainly not the worst part of their team. Alaska and Alaska. Okay, so it's right on the line. So at least I went 50% there. If we were to do mainland, though, I wonder if my guesses of California and South Carolina would be correct. I don't know. Let me pull up a map here. Let's look this up. So Maine and Washington. Okay. So I don't know what I saw in South Carolina. But yeah, Alaska's right on that international date line. So yeah. If we're talking mainland, not that, but Alaska would definitely be. It says it's West Quoddy Head in Maine, located in Quoddy Head State Park near Lebec, Maine, and Cape Alva, Washington, located in Olympic National Park in Clallam County, Washington. Northernmost point of the mainland, Engle, Minnesota. Southernmost point, East Cape, Florida. Highest point is Mount McKinley, I believe, in Alaska. Oh, and Mount Whitney in California. And the lowest point is the Badwater Basin in Death Valley, California. So California has the highest and lowest point in the mainland. RFK says would be New York and Cali. I don't know. Google's telling me it's Maine and Washington, so I don't know. A Gulf of America. Not recognized by Mexico. I know they're having a pushback there, but, you know, if I open up Google Maps or Apple Maps, it says Gulf of America, so I guess that's what we're calling it now. Oh boy! And after that play, McAvoy got crushed into the post, and Matthew Tkachuk was screaming at the Finland bench, as he should be. I don't know if McAvoy is okay after that. It's going to be a penalty, though, so the USA will have a power play here. Here comes the United States power play. Eichel down low. Tkachuk back to Eichel. The far boards. Eichel to Tkachuk. It's loose in front. Still loose in front. Now Nikola gets it away, but not for long. It pops right out in front. Good save there from Saros. With 1:36 to go, we got a whistle in that power play. Gensel got robbed there. Yeah, they have flip-flopped the power play a little bit. Same personnel, just flip-flop the sides, hoping that helps out. Puck goes all the way down in the USA end. Bills will win 6 consecutive AFC East division title next season and win the Super Bowl. I certainly hope so. Werenski now. Matthews now to Eichel. To Werenski, back to Eichel. To Werenski at the point. He'll take a wrist shot. It's loose in front. They score! The rebound pops right out to who else but Tkachuk, this time Matthew. And the United States go up 6-1. It's a slaughter fest. 4 goals for the Tkachuks, 2 apiece. Jack Eichel alma mater is Boston University. Sure is. Right off the camera in the net. And this game is wide open now. Sawyer says, I hate Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah, playing for Team USA, you got to like the Tkachuks, but very annoying players to play against in the league. Yeah, Finland is getting crushed here as we expected. They played way better than expected in the first 2/3 of this game, but the third period has really started the onslaught. And again, it stems back to that really bad penalty at the end of the second period. So now I'm sure we'll see a very laid back game from the United States. Slavin placed up top, played back to Slavin in his own end. He gets it up to Connor. Connor lets it to Trocheck. Pinned along the near boards here in the offensive end for Team USA. Yoki Haru bats it down. Looking for an outlet pass. Still looking. Now he finds one to Sebastian Aho. Aho gets it up to the blue line. But that gets turned over to Trocheck. USA chance trying to get started here in Canada. Now we got a turnover again. Finland just can't get anything going here in the third period. JT Miller shoots that one into the bench. So 7:37, we'll have another whistle. No commercial this time, though, which is good. Hopefully they can just kind of speed run the rest of this game. Definitely won't go as long as the game did last night. Let's take a look here. If you guys are new here, be sure to leave a like on the stream and subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Love seeing the growth this channel has had. We're at 2,651. Let's try to get at least one more subscriber by the end of the game. And we are sitting at 15 likes. Let's try to get a like or 2 more. Am I streaming more Four Nations games? I don't know for sure yet. Not going to stream on Monday. Saturday, I have work. I might be able to stream the later game Saturday, USA and Canada. But it's also on national TV, so it might not... there might not be a big need for it. I know a lot of you guys can probably watch that one on national TV. So let me know if you guys want to see those streams, but might be it until the championship game on Thursday. That one we'll probably do. Werenski gets the shot on net. Saros will cover up with 7:06 to go. So, yeah, if I had to guess, that'll be our next stream Thursday for the championship game Thursday night. And then spring training starts for baseball. I don't think we're going to stream any spring training games, but regular season games we will. Be cool if Buffalo could get an NBA team, but it ain't looking like it. Sawyer says coming back home Tuesday. Yeah, so we'll be live Thursday. Finland wins the draw there, and they are able to clear the zone. Stream Yankees and Mets. That I can do. Saros covers up there, 6:47. RFK not watching for sure. Too much good at college basketball. Might catch the end of USA Canada. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. A lot of sports are coming back here, so probably stream the championship there, because the championship is only on ESPN. It's not on ABC, whereas these other games are on ABC. The Canada-Finland game Saturday is on TNT, but I'm not going to be home for that one. I will be streaming NHL playoffs for sure. Try to pick up. I know a lot of other streamers are doing NHL playoffs, so we'll try to do the games they aren't. Try to split it up too. Obviously, want to kind of spread that out too. Balotelli, welcome to the chat. Let's go Buffalo. Got the Tyler Myers old school jersey on today. Again, like wearing this one for the streams. It's a little more comfortable than the other ones. Older school jersey. Sawyer's looking to go to a game in Providence for March Madness. That would be cool. I know it's coming to Buffalo, I think, next year, so I'll probably go back to that. I was there the last time it was there. Saw some games. Or maybe an MAAC tournament game in Albany. That would be cool as well. Canisius basketball in that tournament, having a fire season, 2-22. Louisville needs an NBA team. Kentucky is the only state whose favorite sport is basketball. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that would be cool, again, especially because you have like Indiana. You got some teams that really struggle with attendance in the NBA. Memphis, I mean, you really got some teams in the NBA that have $3 tickets each night, $5 tickets. So a Louisville team or any city in Kentucky would go hard, I think. So pinned along the boards here, 5 minutes to go. Elijah's a big Niagara fan. Yeah, they just took down Canisius the other night. Said Louisville wrong? I don't think so. I know that's how that's yeah, the Bulls aren't doing too great in the MAC, but, you know, a mediocre season. Didn't expect much. Yeah, just beat NIU. 4:22 to go here. Just some back and forth play. Nothing too crazy going on the ice. Yeah, the Yum Center in Louisville is a very nice arena on campus for the Louisville Cardinals. Indiana beat number 11 Michigan State. It's a fun thing about college basketball. There's a lot of upsets. The rankings change so much. Thoughts on the Bandits? Bandits are. We're going to be doing some. We're going to be doing some Bandits videos coming up. Bandits are looking really good, going for the three-peat. Who's your college you cheer for? Football. We go with the locals, UB and Syracuse, and then Notre Dame's my team that's not local. as an Irish man, I feel like obligated to do that. So fun season for me for college football. Cuse was very good, and Notre Dame was obviously very good. And then for basketball, I don't really have a college basketball team. Of course, UB or Syracuse if they make the tournament. But other than that, I think on my phone, St. Bonaventure, Canisius, UB, and Syracuse are the teams I have pinned for score noties and all that. Is Don doing any streams anytime soon? I'm not quite sure about that, but I think he probably be back for some Saber streams. Maybe he will do one of the games on Saturday for the Four Nations. I don't know, or Monday, but not sure. I definitely expect some more streams from him though soon. He is still very much a part of this channel, and you'll see him for sure coming up soon. Again, without the Bill season going on, there's kind of less video ideas right now until the off seasons get going. Also Irish, that's what I like to hear. Thinking on going to UB. Yeah, UB is a nice school. I definitely looked into their program. I just thought they didn't really have what I was going for with the sports journalism and all that. So I elected not to go there, but did a tour of UB. Got accepted into UB, but did not go there. Why not Buffalo? I don't know. Maybe I forgot to say UB, but yeah, I definitely follow UB basketball and football. College team is UB, also like Clemson and Indiana. And that's the beauty of it, right? We don't really have a powerhouse near us. And Syracuse, I guess you could say, but like you could kind of cheer for who you want to and have your own reason why. So your stepbrother goes to UB. Yeah, it's definitely a nice campus. It's cool to have a D1 program there as well. It's just kind of out of the way in Williamsville, and again, their teams haven't been good as of late. The football team's getting better though. See what they do for quarterback this year. As a Colts fan, to trade, give JT 2 role players and a third for Allen and 2 other role players. I think I'd rather have the Bills move to a different city than accept that trade, but it's just me. Definitely not trading Allen, obviously. My basketball teams are Albany, Marist, Canisius, Niagara, Clemson, Indiana. Loki thought I said Boston. No. Never root for Boston. Never root for Boston. So many more basketball teams, so I can like a lot more than 1 or 2. That's the beauty of it, right? It's not like professional sports where you got Buffalo teams, and you should only root for one. There's different conferences in college basketball, so you could even pick a team per conference if you wanted. When I hear the bagpipe music at the Bandits games, yeah, that's one of the coolest things, right? They got the bagpipe going in the beginning of the game, especially during the playoffs when the place is sold out, something we don't see during the Sabre season. Oh, there's a good chance in front of the net. Yoki Haru got the shot on loose in front with 1:06 to go here in this game. USA clears it all the way down the ice, and it's going to be an icing. Larkin just doesn't beat it out. RFK's basketball teams are Louisville, Kansas, Texas, Boise State, and DePaul. St. John's is doing really good this year. They're a big storyline in near New York City there. Sawyer doesn't like St. Bonaventure for some reason. Don't feel like they're a Buffalo team. Yeah, they're like an hour and a half away in like Olean down there. So I was debating going to the game the other day during the Super Bowl just because I was kind of disgusted by the Super Bowl. But St. Bonaventure looking kind of rough the last couple of weeks. So speaking of Don, the Dons are up next on ESPN versus Gonzaga. There you go. One of my favorite college basketball teams. Obviously a big Pacific fan as well. If you've ever listened to a Pacific home game on ESPN Plus, their announcer is absolutely fantastic. Pitino is a great coach. He won it in 2013. Yeah, a lot of political stuff going on with that guy, but he is back in college basketball now. Myles Garrett to the Bills. I certainly hope so. Rooting for Maryland because they're 25. 25 seconds to go in this game. The Fonz. Texas State Bobcats joined Pacific 12 Conference. Yeah, a lot of shuffling in the conferences too. The college football is always fun to watch. I think Delaware is getting promoted this year, so that'll be cool to see the Blue Hens. 8 seconds to go, and that'll be the game. USA wins it 6-1. Shots 32-21 in favor of the United States. And there's the graphic. The San Francisco Dons up next against Gonzaga in college basketball. So there we go. USA gets a big 3 points. Finland sitting with the goose egg at 0. And last, all the USA needs is one more regulation win, and they are pretty much guaranteed to go to the championship now. Albany should get promoted to the FBS. See, that's the thing, though. A lot of these powerhouse teams in FCS get promoted, and then they kind of stink, and then they go back down. Let's see who gets the player of the game, though. Yeah, not a close game, but it was a close game for a while. Yep, USA in first place. Want to go to a college football game and not have to drive 4 hours. Yeah, that's kind of tough to be there. But, I mean, how close are you to UMass over there in Albany? You got to be closer than 4 hours, right? Maybe not, though. Maybe not. And UConn, also not a great team, but that should be closer to you in Albany, D1. UMass is kind of close, yeah. Yeah, they are pretty bad. Matt Boldy gets the 3rd star. 2nd star is Brady Tkachuk. And the 1st star, got to be Matthew Tkachuk. Oh. RFK says 15-minute drive to Eastern Kentucky University and 30 to Kentucky. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Matthew Tkachuk gets 1st star. There it is. Yeah, for me, it's kind of tough. Obviously, UB's right there. I've never been to a UB game. Never been to a college football game. That's the only sport I haven't been to, college football. But, yeah, Penn State's relatively close. I guess, if I really want to drive Michigan. One and a half hour to Morehead State. Do I stream on a good PC? No, this is probably the cheapest setup you'll ever see. I stream with these old Beats headphones because I don't have a Bluetooth mic. I have a Blue Yeti Blue mic. There, I stream on a super old Chromebook. I have a better laptop to my left with other sports on, but this one has the USB for my mic. I have a TikTok lamp light, and behind me is a green screen that's green paper, and it works better than any $100 green screen that is even available. So I got the cheapest setup, a wobbly table down here in the basement, but it's all cleared out. It's just a nice little studio. Again, I don't want to spend a lot of money on a studio when I'm going to move out soon. It's not worth it. So right now we're going very budget. And again, we don't make a ton of money from this. We make a little bit, but not enough to, go buying a big PC. So obviously if I'm still doing this, when I move out, get my own place, and after college, I'll get a better system. But again, I think we do pretty good for what we got. Again, a very cheap setup. Again, the camera quality could be a little bit better, but obviously it works and looks good enough. Yeah, Lukanen should start the next game. We'll see, though. See. All right, have a good one, RFK. We are going to end this stream now. Thank you guys for joining this one. Jaden will end this one. So I will stare into the camera until it ends. Thank you for joining, and peace out.